Good morning, crew world.
Guess who just shat all over their own bar? This guy. And yes, you were meant to hear that. La tomatina. Okay. Pardon me. Right, let's check the news sources. Check the... No. Nothing. Check Steam. Nothing. Let's check Reddit. Probably nothing as well. Look, it's me. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Oh, where is everyone? Even later than usual. Yeah. Hola. Didn't know that. That's a bit weird. Oh no, face. I'm not Two-Face. Literally me. Okay. Guess I'm doing that. Hello? You hello? Oh. Ah, Nate, Nathaniel, whatever. I don't know what you like to get called. I don't need to call you Nate, actually. I'm fine with calling you Nathaniel. As in, I wouldn't mind knowing. You might be called Nate, but I don't know if I would call you Nate anyway. Right, elite enemies. Well, that means I take the sludge pump, obviously. But it's escort duty. So for the you have explosive. Can't be the only one. This guy. Disperse the compound. Yeah, I think so. I think this is the right thing to do. This caveman. This guy, this design's not changed in like 2 years. And that's because he's without flaw. I mean, this look, I suppose, it's not really a design. It's more like a look that is a collage of multiple designs made by a ship. I feel like the EPC's cleans are better than most other cleans. The EPC's cleans. I suppose the EPC isn't really my gun. This is pretty good, definitely. But better than most others. Well, the sludge pump is some of the best cleans ever. First of all, flamethrowers. The wave cookers cleans are pretty close to the EPC, and so I think they're pretty much equal in how good they are. Sparta, yeah. That stubby, it does. Don't even want to think about those cleans. Your cleans suck as well. One of yours is just filler. This, well, it's you know what it is. Fantastic cleans, all three of them, all three, even roll control, especially roll control. Shark Factor's only got one clean, but it is fantastic. I'm not trying to disprove you, Nathaniel. I'm just interested now in what the good cleans and doesn't. That's not a bad clean. Your cleans are weird. 2 of them are good though. Minigun's cleans are a bit old. One of them is quite redundant. One of them's okay. Your cleans, well, you only got, yeah, you got 2. Both are very good actually. There. Coil gun. Ultramagnetic cores is amazing. Maybe it's not that the cleans are especially good, and well, they just can't vibe with its other OCs. Well, that's a bit. No, that's fair. They don't have to vibe with everything. But heavy hitter is fantastic, and so is persistent plasma. So, and if you haven't tried them in a while, like for example, or not for example, it's just I get not vibing with something. But if you haven't tried those in a while, I would recommend it. See if it might your mind or change. Maybe you'll vibe with them just for no reason. Bulldog's not great on well, it's only got one clean. It's probably the worst. I overclock on it. Scout, decent cleans, especially homebrew powder, but that's it. Pretty boring. Belt Shark's got one useless clean and one amazing clean. Jesus Christ, Specialist is an S tier overclock. Fucking hell. Zukor's got one, and it's fine. Zukor needs more overclocks. Your cleans are. I don't want to talk about that. Good, decent cleans here. This is just nice for normal direct use. This is fantastic. M1000 minimal clips is decent. They're fine. Okay. I don't think. Yeah. I mean, well, I don't really have a point here. I don't need to make a point. I'm not too bothered. Right, do it. You can see Tyler's not here today. I don't know if he will be. Part of me hopes I can just, do this without, and then move on with my day. It will probably be prolonged by Tyler not coming in, and then I don't even know if he'll want to play or not. I could even be shortened. Although I don't actually want to. I don't want it to be a short stream. I just mean I'm probably gonna play Deep Rock for 2 hours at most, and then I might actually play something else on stream. This plasma I can't really feel the effects of, but I know it's good just from a statistical standpoint. Yeah, I actually, I almost agree. I can still use it though. I don't know. Well, it depends on how you've been building it. I mean, I don't know if I've built it right, but I still get decent use out of it. I'm pretty sure you are meant to use it with Fin Containment Field, and me and Fin Containment Field aren't friends, so... No, there's no real point doing that unless you want to just go all in on AoE for APC. But that's not actually that's not really what Plasma is for. You want Fin Containment Field. It's the only thing that really benefits from Persistent Plasma, because the Fin Containment Field explosion will have Persistent Plasma as well. That's why you do it. But yeah, Classic Smash is both for AoE and single target damage, especially if you're using like stacking damage over time effects. Mixing the Sludge Pump with Persistent Plasma, pretty good. Like, it's a lot of slowdown and it's a lot of damage over time, and you can kill big targets pretty efficiently that way. Pardon me. Oh, hi.
I'm cutting down trains.
What I do know I love using D4 is Burning Nightmare through crowd frozen enemies. Yeah, that is good. It's not my thing. I really just don't like using the Cry Cannon, but I know Tyler likes that build.
I'm gonna kill you all. Be gone, Monkey.
Oh, that for a drop of blood.
Purring like a kitten. Good times. That's it.
Yeah, that's see, that's the clean that I get on EPC. That is definitely a good one. Energy rerouting, more ammo and fast charge rate. Great. I don't think the EPC is too bad with ammo. I feel like it serves a specific role where it's in my opinion, you should only really be having ammo issues with the EPC if you're trying to use it as your primary weapon, which you shouldn't be doing. I'm pretty confident that if you just use it purely as a secondary, purely as a supplement to your primary, then you should be good with ammo, even in Hazard 5. I really like the EPC. It's a really like obscure weapon. It's like the most like what this doesn't. It's like one of the. It's one of those weapons that really doesn't feel like a part of the game. You know, it feels almost separate. I feel like the coil gun as well.
There's charging.
That detonator. I can't help but to leave or not.
Die like your mother dead.
Whoa.
Let's get these lasers up and running.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Oh no. Hey, come this way. Sir? Sir. Oh, Jesus.
This never gets old.
Why is it doing that? Your pathfinding is fucked, mate. Whoa!
Yeah. Gotta stir it, Nick.
Crush, crush, crush.
Alert! Meteor fragment headed your way. Clear the marked zone immediately.
Oh, why is it so low already? You get to spam happy with charge shots. Well, on average, charge shots aren't great for taking down lots of enemies. They serve quite specific purposes. You only, like for example, with Burning Nightmare, you should only use your charge shots if you've got a lot of enemies lined up, or a lot of goo lined up, or a lot of frozen enemies lined up, especially. That's the problem with the tank field. That's why I can't actually get on its side, because
Go! Get to work!
even if I get really good at it, I could still fuck up. And fucking up is really punishing with that. It's a big waste of ammo. And I'm not all about that. Also, these two, both of these rock crackers spawning up here on this ledge with not much room is, what the fuck? It's frankly insulting.
Bunch of lithophage meteor fragments are coming your way. Stay mobile.
Getting the full
Try not to
season
die.
3 experience today. There's nothing going on with season 4 today, certainly. No teaser, which is pretty. I'm not concerning. Not concerning.
Jackhammer in place.
It could mean they don't really have anything they want to show at the moment, or it could mean they're building up something better or bigger. I should say better.
Ready to blow! Charging.
It is very possible they don't have anything else that's finished yet, which is fine. Not every part of season 4 needs to be finished, like 100% finished.
Now kill the rest of them.
I would expect them to have like started everything that's going to start making everything that's going to be in season 4. Right, that's fair. Why is it an escort feels like it always has both meteors happen on it?
Going for me, please.
I don't know. Maybe it's because just escort is just a bit of a chore.
Wonder what slotless setting in the campaign.
I'll tell you what's nice, and this is, it's going to sound weird, but it is kind of a good thing. Deep Rock hasn't been like at the top of my list recently in terms of like what I've been playing. It's been it's been getting sidelined a bit, which is actually a good thing. I don't want to be playing Deep Rock all the time, so it's good that I don't feel like playing it all the time. I shouldn't, especially given that we're less than 2 months away from the next big content update, which isn't a short amount of time. I think it will be less than 2 months, but it's going to be more than a month still, definitely. I can tell you that much.
Everything looks good. You can begin cracking open that thing at your convenience.
Would it help to bring them down? Yeah, I think so. What do you mean already? It's been fucking ages. No, I'm not. I mean, I don't know if that's what you're saying, but I'm just saying in general, it's been a long time. And I feel like. And to be fair, there's no one denying that. I don't think there's enough people calling it out either. You don't need to call Ghost Ship out. I just think it's fair to call out the fact that it's been a long time since we've gotten any content. Permanent content. Since the season. Right, maybe bringing this down wasn't a good idea. That's going to be permanently damaged, isn't it? By the hot rocks. I'm asking that like I don't already know the answer. Actually, I don't, but I'm pretty sure it will be negatively affected. You don't.
Yes. Not ready. Flares recharging.
Well, hot rocks damage things, so they'll damage the rock crackers.
My poor boots! Jackhammer set up and ready to go.
Well, I don't actually. Wait, what do you mean? Do you mean do they damage rock crackers, or do you just didn't know they damage things in general? Because the rock crackers, I don't actually know that. To be fair. But I don't see why they would be impervious to that sort of damage. Hot rocks do damage everything. I've seen. I haven't seen anything that doesn't take damage from hot rocks. What's that? Oh, it's just the sound of the rock cracker. check on Reddit. What did she show you? Quite interesting. Well, it's not. I don't think it's that big of a problem. Hot rocks aren't the hardest thing in the world to get rid of.
The equipment's under attack. Put those guns to use. You need to keep all rock crackers running. This is not currently the case. Get on it. We've got all hammers online and hammering away. Good work.
Right, I didn't need to do that at all. That was a waste of a charger. Right, let's show you this. What? What a noob. Oh, that was Tyler. I was literally about to tell him about this. Yo. Give me biscuits.
Bitch.
What's the red thing?
What?
And yes, Nathaniel,
What
the
you
stream
put?
title is an invitation. Give me builds if you want. Not, I don't have to use them. I'll stop you from suggesting them.
The meteor has been cracked.
Was
Remember
is
to
the
deposit the
teaser
samples
out?
you find
No.
inside.
They didn't do one today.
No, it isn't stream today.
Oh,
I smell bacon.
Yeah, not really.
Chris, it's quite
really
lucky,
all.
really, wasn't it?
Is it? What? Because you weren't here?
We both weren't there.
I
Right?
was.
Have a bullet in the face.
What? So you knew? How did you know I wasn't there? Because I didn't post a video about it.
Bacon on the faucet.
Or no, because you weren't there when I left, and I left like I don't know, close to when they would have done it.
That doesn't sound right at all.
Plus, you stayed up until like 5 in the morning playing COD Zombies.
Why called for more?
I don't actually.
You did, didn't you?
No.
Then why at 11 o'clock did it say 6 hours ago that you were offline playing COD Zombies?
I don't know. Because I don't do that. In fact, I've literally been stopping myself from starting Zombies games past 10 o'clock. So that ain't me.
Who is it then?
Well, it's me, but it's like I don't know. It's a faulty status. You know, it's like late or left over. That probably was correct at one point, but it didn't actually match the time at which you saw it.
Right. That makes sense. I knew you were a bit of a silly willy, but I didn't think that.
Bit shisty. I don't even know what that means.
Bit swifty.
No.
Swifty. You gotta. Oh shit! I dropped the toy.
Get swifty. Get swifty.
Get shizzy with it.
Ugh. Get shizzy with it.
Molly, come here. Music to my ears.
Plague camps all accounted for. Finish the mission and get back home.
Bacon.
I like going out. Because going out makes not going out feel better.
Hold on.
The lasers soften
Check the
up the
code.
trilite just enough for the explosives to have an effect.
One of the cats just jumped at the wall on the stairs.
What's if they jump up? That would be funny. See what you said wasn't funny, and that makes me angry. It's supposed to be funny.
Stop eating the little thing.
Oh, that was funny.
Get the lasers online so we can crack the trilite deposit. Be ready for anything.
Well, a tritolite deposit. We're sending in a nanite bomb dispenser for you, team. If those things can't penetrate it, nothing will.
It's in the very well, that's the whole thing. We didn't see it do anything. Which I think is a bit odd. Those people calling it like a passive creature, whatever, or these secondary abilities, don't seem too outlandish to me. And just because we didn't see it do anything doesn't mean it doesn't do anything.
All
But
good things come to those who wait. Dual flamethrower. Here.
but why not? Why wouldn't you show it?
Don't let him flank you.
Oh right, it's supposed to actually use the bombs on the tritolite deposit. Wow, that's worked. Shirking my duties. Oh jeez. Was that a huff of laughter? Was that you blowing hair off yourself? Was that cat hair?
Oh, half of laughter. Because the cat was jumping at the wall and missed. Flew past the wall and landed in the food.
What a beaner.
Ripley's like chill.
Believe it or
Obviously,
not.
he's still got a lot of energy. For a cat, like, he's pretty chill. But Echo is absolutely fucking cracked. Like, you can play with a toy with him for like 2 consecutive hours, constantly him jumping up and down, fighting. He doesn't get worn out at all and actively wants it. And if you don't do it, he is now prancing around Mum's room, jumping out the wall, trying to attack something that doesn't exist.
Nice. Typical cat behaviour.
Whine.
Not really. I don't know if it's. Actually, I don't know if it's that. Maybe it's just my cat. It's just very boring.
He's older, or she's older, and
No, she never.
more
No, she
chill
never
than
did anything. She was never interested in toys or anything like that. She just doesn't care. She doesn't like go out and like attack things or whatever. She's not like fat.
Same
either.
personality.
It's just yeah, she's posh is what she is. Well, she thinks she's posh. She tries to be posh, but she's actually like a klutz.
I think all cats have the word klutz in their personality description.
Yeah, but she likes to think that she's not that. And then she'll like just I don't know, just trip over or just stumble or just walking, and then she'll look really embarrassed. But yeah, we saw that.
You went shit, cat. You went shit.
It feels weird that the EPC has transformative tier 5s. I know what you mean. I think.
This EPC's rad.
It is. I was talking about this.
I mean,
It
realistically,
is pretty rad.
I'm running down the thing. It's probably
Drill dozer.
was the best or most interesting weapon maybe tied with the breach cuts.
Everything looks fine, but expect that to change soon.
Like, obviously, before Gen 3.
Those lads, Doretta needs our protection.
No, but conceptually.
Yeah.
Swarm detected.
Like, all of the rest are
Keep
just
the drill
guns.
dozer operational at all costs.
No, the stubby's gun with electricity.
Bad idea, bad execution.
That's not a bad idea. Rogue
It
Quest
is.
proved that.
Or it could have been done a lot better.
Ow. Not that
As it stands,
no,
it's just like it's just an SMG that deals electricity. Like, sometimes. But it could have been like more of a mechanic. Like, the electricity is part of the stubby. Instead of it just being like a weird two sides
Why wanna
that
punch
doesn't
the
really
guy in
interact
our
with each
It
other.
should
very
have like
well.
an electric cherry ability. You know, electric cherry. Should.
No. And why should I?
Because Mob of the Dead invented it. Like the,
Oh, yeah,
that's
never
the
that
that's the
good.
perk that it introduced. It's just that's the perk that it had. Like that it had. That the other maps did. In Black Ops 2, aside from Origins. The Origins is the best. By a lot.
The drill dozer is out of fuel. You need to refill the fuel canisters mounted
Origins
on its
was always
back.
too confusing.
Use the canisters to extract any nearby oil shale, and we'll have the drill dozer
It's
operational again
not.
in no time.
To do everything, it's way more complicated than most of them, though. Pretty much every other map in Black Ops 2, certainly. But see, do everything. But you don't need to do everything to just survive.
We need to fix it. Damn.
What? Oh.
Someone keep
Okay, this is
Nitro's been withdrawn, and supply pod is inbound.
this is the pickle. But that I mean guaranteed death. It's over.
Inbound.
Just
my side, boss.
Permanent damage done to the drill dozer. Get those things off it. That's an order.
Let's go. Feel much better now. Ammo taken. Make every bullet count. The bugs are swarming Doretta. Whack-a-mole. Doretta won't make it like this.
also, I like how when I mentioned that it was like let's showcase the Mob of the Dead, and you said I wasn't that good at it. It's just buying a perk. It's like above your pay grade.
It kind of was.
What are you talking? So you didn't even play it then, really?
Doretta,
I was
heal.
quite young. I shot zombies. I just about understood how the walls work. That was about it.
When I
This
was
is when I played it with my uncle that, like, I'd get to the back a punch.
when I was
Because I
younger,
wouldn't.
people who introduced me to zombies were way better at their age then. It's at my age. One of them was even younger,
Mystery to me how all
and they
this
were way better.
inside.
Actually, no, not that guy. The other guy, who was my age. Then, back when like he first introduced me to zombies, at like I don't know, probably like I don't know, 11 or 12, way better than me now.
Die,
Then.
please.
So, honestly, I think children. There's like a certain age. I think like from like 10 to like my age. In between then, there's just a chance that a child could just be disgustingly good at video games.
Yeah. Which is pretty lucky that that generation of children now grow up to where esports is like a legitimate thing. Like, it wouldn't have mattered in the past, but now it's like,
I don't care.
Prepare the dozer before it takes permanent damage. Let's clear them out.
about what?
Should I? Do we have to acknowledge esports like a real sport or something? I don't know.
Kind of.
Why?
Explosives,
I suppose it's pretty rational to be like, oh, it's not like other sports, so it's not a sport. There are some sports that are pretty much equally inactive.
It's just. Well, it depends. Would you
Definition of
define
sport is quite
chess
loose.
as a sport?
You can, actually.
Then yeah.
But Olympic sports is different. So like, you can sort of divide it into what's athletic and what's not, but there's a lot of
It's
sports.
physical skill and training and commitment, and that's what that should be held to. But there's, considering like chess or checkers or shit like that, shogi,
Mahjong.
non-physical, mahjong. Non-physical sports have always been a thing. Just not really for the Olympics. The
Why
Olympics
not?
is for the physical
What
ones.
about chess boxing?
That's for YouTubers.
No, not chess boxing.
Or
Chess boxing's
streamers.
been around for a long time, actually.
Yeah, but there was a tournament of that. I would say recently, but that's probably a lie. Maybe like a couple months ago now.
Of chess boxing?
Yeah,
Oh.
where just a bunch of
Really?
like, yeah.
Right.
I think it was.
Funky Fresh. I said high tops.
Take another pause it.
No.
It was like Ludwig versus someone. Oh, Ludwig versus some anime YouTuber.
What the hell?
And I think there was quite a few other things, but that's the one I saw.
Thanks, Monty. Also, Nathaniel, your build, this is gonna sound rude. It's not interesting enough. Right. By that I mean I've already basically used that. And I'm pretty confident my version of it's better. It's not using Inferno instead of high voltage crossover. As in, there's nothing wrong with it. I'll be more receptive to try something if it's like silly. A bit strange, a bit out there.
So Mad Monty's here then.
Yeah? What do you want out of him?
Has he cleaned himself up from all the grass stains that he got in the fight that he's had in our comment section?
What? What the hell is going on? Monty, what have you done? You've been fighting with the
Pretty
noobs.
amusing to read.
Well, go on then. Read it.
You want me to read it?
Yeah.
I'll whip it out.
Hell of a lot more interesting than playing red.
It's just my kind of game.
Is
Playing a
it?
little bit, and I'm very bored. Yeah, light RPG elements. I'm a sucker for it. Just skills, level up, equipment, shit like that. I'm an easy man to please. Pin it out, showing it around.
Move your tin ass over here. And
I really hope
hurry,
VTubers are not the future. I don't see the appeal. Neither do I. I just can't deal with it. Awful.
A lot of them on the ERG stream stuff.
Yeah, they're not welcome. Well, yeah, I am
They're
kind of
more
against
than
it.
welcome. They would have to welcome you. There's so many. Of
I'm
them.
not against. I don't know what I am against about it. I just don't. I feel like just either just show your face or don't. If you don't, then don't have a face. Basically.
It's just the fact that I think it's not them. It's the consumer. They need more than just a game. And if you don't want to show your face, then you need to simulate something, and then you need other things. And then if you scroll through the Twitter stuff, most of the time, like the game is like for like a fifth of the screen or something. Not a fifth.
Nathaniel,
know how it works out.
Nathaniel, that's the problem. Okay, you heard me. But it said that I see VTubing as a utility. If you want to have face cam equivalent without showing your face, I don't respect having a face cam equivalent that isn't face cam.
Grabbing
You don't have to.
But the thing
Don't
is,
have to
if
show
I
anything.
can, I'd just like shove our profile picture in like the corner of the stream. I'm not sure if I really can though, because obviously I'm doing it through Xbox, and that doesn't give you much in the way of tinkering with the visuals. But I'm wondering if I can do it retrospectively on the laptop. So at least that's a little something.
You could somehow do a Wombo AI
people.
where it like has like some static image of a celebrity's face talk for you. Then that'd be pretty funny. Like John Cena.
Canister.
John Cena.
Refuel.
Alright, so this is a tale of about 4 people.
Not 4
It's actually
people.
not that long. It felt longer while I was going. We got Black Valio and R Series, who will
Friends of
call
PTV.
the I don't know,
The opposition. Is
the
that right?
hires. No, wait,
What? The hires.
the disappointed. We'll call them.
Oh right, yeah.
Then
Canister fueled and ready. Ha!
yeah, hold on. I
Dozer
need-
goes through oil shell like a
The drill dozer is fueled and ready to go. Here we go. Drill dozer setting off for the
And then
Iron
we'll-
Heartstone.
I don't know. And then it's I just will call the existent and Mad Monty is there. I don't need names because they're them.
We got a big horde of enemies
Starting
approaching the
comment.
drill dozer. Defenders on
The inciting incident.
Actually, I probably will have a drink. Pretty much, yeah. Well, the inciting incident was the teaser, which this is on the comment folder.
I know.
Me. Alright. That's cool and all, but if they think an arcade
Yeah.
and 1 or 2 new enemy types will be considered enough new content for another 7 months, they are sadly mistaken.
Weird comment.
Which, when I read, I was like, ooh, I see. And I think, because obviously I didn't do anything really other than just like all of them, because I like the whole thing. I did anyway. But I think we'll state our opinion on it. Because obviously, yeah, I don't know, we'll do that. Then our series response. DRG usually has 10 teasers before the main trailer. So far, we've had 1 teaser being the arcade, 2 being the crate, 3 being the arcade again, 4 to 5 feature 1, and then assuming 6 to 7 feature 2, which apparently didn't occur, but probably won't screw the math up too much. And then like 8 to 9 might be another creature. Means T10 is either could be a boss or nothing important, which I think, if he is right in that it's normally around teasers, not looking you can't deny that. By the way, I watched the Shadow Haxel video, which we'll probably talk about in a minute, or like article, because it is relevant. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but Season 3 was 6 months in progress, and we got 2 recolored enemies. Now we might get 3 new enemies after like 8 months, which isn't bad, but still lackluster. Note that Season 1 and Season 2 was worked together for years, and was supposed to release on beta, but didn't make the cut until later. So basically, Season 1 or 2 was work they finished on years ago. Which I'll simplify. He's noting that Season 1 or 2 was a longer in time in progress than the show, although he thinks that they were working on the beta, which isn't really true, is it? They started about the same time as the bigger content drops after the game came.
Hold on,
Right.
not just that. Try and sell your favourite YouTuber to VTuber on the side. I'm not a VTuber.
That's true, actually. Yeah, you wouldn't know unless they put on
Well,
a voice
Simon
in
kind
either
of
or.
is, isn't he? But I'm
He's
not.
got
I'm
like
not really
a
necessarily a
fat
fan
clown
of Simon now. It doesn't talk, does it?
No, it's just a picture in the corner, which I think he finds funny. But also because, once again, in Twitch, you kind of need that. You need something other than the game for some reason.
What? Because everyone's got ADHD, apparently.
Pretty much, yeah.
I don't fucking care. Just. It sounds a bit weird, but what I mean by that is, just get on with it.
Yeah.
Stop making things easy for yourself.
Permanent damage.
Doesn't actually do much good. But, oh, I need all this stimulation. No, deprive yourself. Anyway,
Yeah, and then Black Valio responds to that with, I wasn't defending Season 3 at all, yeah. The reason I said it was because of Season 3 in general. They cannot go on like this, which I find it's pretty funny. He's a bit of a doomer.
yeah, we were sort of labelled as that once.
Yeah. Which is why I find it interesting, because, I don't know. Yeah, then our series response. Oh, I didn't mean to imply you were defending Season 3. I was just stating my frustration that all we got for their 6 months of Season 3 work was a literal recolor Praetorian and a grunt lol. Pretty bad faith. I mean, that's a... I mean, yeah, I see, that's a common theme. It's almost at the end now, really. I mean, it's like 11 comments. But yeah, they do like to simplify it unnecessarily. Like, that wasn't all we got.
Yeah, it's not really fair, is it?
We got those two and the parasites, which I would argue was a bigger recolor than the other stuff.
Yeah, it's much more mechanically, like, copy and paste.
Yeah, like, the parasites are literally just the parasites with the status of effect. These at least have, like, around things and the visuals. But still, generally, all three of them are essentially reskins.
The main problem I have though is it's not. It's still an it's still an oversimplification of even just like the amount of like face value content.
Yeah.
Not even if you just go beyond and be like, look at all the like, different attacks and like the infection mechanic and stuff things. Just ignoring everything.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll get through this and start talking about that.
It is technically ignoring a third enemy as well.
They're ignoring the third enemy and all the other content they added that wasn't just the enemies. Like, we were waiting 6 months for 2 recolored enemies. Like, no. No, there was a lot more than that. But yeah. You were right that it was disappointing, and I'm glad there are more dedicated players out there talking about this, unlike the rest of the brain-dead horde, who could wait an entire year for a recolored Swarmer and yet praise it like heaven.
Wait, who said
this
that?
one piqued my interest, because this is still our series responding to the thing, so the 4th message. And I don't know if he's talking about Black Valio, or us.
What? Well, it can't be about us. Clearly he's not a fan then.
Actually, is this on the teaser or is this on the podcast? No, it is on the teaser. But, yeah, so I assume he's talking about them, but I don't know where he pulled out the more dedicated players. And here comes Mad Monty. I would label him a hero to flatter him for him being here, but he's just a person with a take.
You're
like
a hero
everyone
to
else
me,
here.
Monty. Don't let him swindle you.
Mad Monty points out, in all fairness, this was a fair comment at the time, because they were really being doomer, like everything's over, they've done nothing, it's all doomed. And Mad Monty comes in and saying, we're not even done with the teasers yet. Like, that's what he's saying. Like, we're not done with the teasers. Which, yeah, is true. They're really like.
Well, that's the main point,
because
we didn't really talk about that very original point, which was if they think this is going to be enough, like 7 months of work. Well, okay, so the first guy, who said, do they really think that like 2 enemies and an arcade machine is going to be enough? Or whatever. Is that the guy who said that they only had 2 enemies in season 3?
No.
Oh, they're different.
Yeah,
I didn't think you could find that reductionist mindset in more than one person in like the same place.
Those two
Apparently you can.
played off each other quite a lot, which is kind of interesting. And then Mad Monty intervened. Well, he just said it's not even on the teasers. And then Unschmoggle the Existent crawled out of the woodworks. Also, in terms of actual arguments, the devs spent a sizable amount of dev time on the recent holiday events, and unless they have an atomic brain fart, they will just reuse the new decoration with new hats because they don't have a reason to revamp them again. So content will likely be throwing fast from now on. So the thing that we've noted, and obviously now he's noted, that this season's probably going to be lacking. But we should feel the rewards of that later down the line. But he didn't say that, but yeah. And then
that still doesn't make sense to me though. That would only make sense if season 4 came out in like now.
do you mean?
And it's taken longer than 6 months.
No, not really. I mean, all of like November was patching, and stuff, probably working on it. December was the Christmas update and them having a break, and then January would have likely have been them working on all the other holiday stuff. Lowballing, they may have started in February, which that would be about 6 months.
Yeah, I mean the gap between seasons bigger. If it was the same as in 6 months, then I would expect it to be smaller. Season 4 should be the same size as Season 3, at least.
What are you saying? This season that's about to come out?
Yeah.
I don't think it will be.
I don't see how it can't be.
They've spent less time on it.
No. More.
Or it's not more.
Or the same, but that's why it's a longer. It's a longer wait. That's why it's a longer wait, because they just gave themselves the same amount of time. They were doing other stuff.
I don't think we're looking at as much as Rockbox. And I think you've got to kind of note that they've shown nowhere close to the amount of Rockbox, right? Like, it doesn't look like there's going to be much, and I do see why people were getting pissed, but I think there's probably going to be.
I don't care. We haven't seen everything.
Yeah, exactly.
There's always something. There's always something that was never like teased or talked about before. As well.
Yeah. And plus, they didn't often drop the bigger bombshells until like really close to the time.
Well, yeah, Season 3, obviously, new cave shapes wasn't a big deal, but that's still something. That's one of those little bits that's sort of like a bit of the old style updates as well.
Night's not by.
Also, the entire meteorite thing was also completely out of nowhere. It wasn't teased at all beforehand. So it's always more than it looks like it's going to be before, just from the teasers. Teasers, it's like trailers. You can't guess exactly what the movie. No, actually, behind the scenes pics. Actually, I see behind the scenes pictures a lot of movies, and I think, is that what it's going to look like? For some reason, my brain always like forgets to like correct it. It's like, obviously that's not what the movie's going to look like. But like, I even try to imagine what it's going to look like actually based on the behind the scenes pics. Never right, not even close ever. It's always just so different. Never looks like that.
Yeah, and so responding to Mad Monty, Planet Value, the guy that started this, says we are 75% done with them, and they show us the same thing. That's my point. Bear in mind, I think this. Wait, what teaser was this? Right. I don't know. So yeah, he's just saying like, you know, the teasers are almost done and we've seen like nothing really. It's his point, I think. Then Mad Monty whips out, okay Magic Man, what do you want this season? That value says content that can carry for more than half a year, something season 3 didn't have, X didn't. Mad Monty then says, sounds like you expect too much. That value says, sounds like you expect too little. Blindly defending a game, no matter what it does, it's just not good or healthy for the game. And now, that's it. That's the whole thing. And I'm going to state this. Technically, Mad Monty, you never actually defended the game saying that this was a good decision, so I don't think you're wrong. You were just simply stating the fact that calm your horses, right?
Calm your horses.
Like, yeah, you know, don't count your chickens before they hatch, which I think is great because that reaction is only really warranted like after the seasons come out and you're incredibly disappointed. like right now it's you can't be that pessimistic for no real reason yet. Not that it stopped Shadow Hacksaw as well. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think either side's inherently right. But but I do agree with parts of both sides. We've definitely been the, the black, whatever the second name I always forgot because I've closed my phone now. We've definitely been there saying that it's terrible, disappointing, and they need to sort it out. But we've broken through, and we kind of realised they are getting there, in a way.
Yeah, but I still take issue with the idea that they are getting there at this stage. They've sort of, they had the game, finished, basically. And I consider Deep Rock a finished game because of the amount of playtime it can give someone. It does more than, responsibility to, the time it gives you of entertainment, right? Already. It already had that before season started, I'd say. If you look at the number of hours people could have. It's just, it feels like they've, not that they're necessarily fumbling, but they're the closest they've ever been to fumbling, and it's because of decisions they've made in terms of the direction they've taken things. Instead of just, I feel like they wouldn't have made any mistakes if they just continued developing it as if it was before, basically. But they chose to go in this crazy, they chose to go in this new direction that was new for them. And that's the only reason there's any kind of uncertainty and problems, because they chose to go in a different direction.
I don't think so. I don't think... I still don't think Seasons was a bad idea. I think their executions for it leaves some room to desire. But generally, I think if they were still doing what they were doing before Seasons, the game wouldn't be as big as it was now. It wouldn't be. You can't deny that Season 3 and Seasons as a whole has acquired so many new players and kept them around for so much longer. And I don't know, I think it would have been just a slow growth for another 5 years without Seasons. And they would have just been adding content and no one really would have been talking about it. I mean, some channels would cover it, but then they would immediately drop the game essentially, or it would leave the public eye until they release another update. And that's the public eye. That's always the case, but player base mainly.
Drill dozer moving. Try to keep up and guard it with your life.
Yeah, I know.
I think I guess it is helping, but I don't think the quality of the game has been improved by Seasons, particularly.
No.
Especially the quality of the game in terms of how frequently it feels like you get new content, or in terms of how frequently, literally, you get content. The thing that saves it, as in, it's not really saving it. You can judge, as in, I find it actually quite difficult to judge the game, but the only thing I judge is their approach to updates now, because, and I don't mind doing this, I love actually comparing this game to Halo Infinite, because I don't think they're doing the seasonal model particularly well, but at least the game was done before they started doing it. And
yeah,
and the game had been out of early access for over a year before season started, to be fair. So it wasn't the first direction they went in after the game actually launched. But Halo Infinite's development cycle has coincided with them doing seasons, basically. It's basically if Deep Rock would not have worked if they were doing this back in 2018.
Yeah.
It worked because the game was complete before they started doing seasons, basically. Which is why it concerns me that I'm not getting the impression that they are really proud of what they're doing at the moment. Really excited, they've really got cool shit cooking. Because they've got they shouldn't be doing anything other than the best stuff they can. And yet, it kind of feels like they're just doing whatever. Where they're in a position where they can take as long as they want and do the most insane shit they want. Doesn't matter really what they put their time to. So it should be good. how I see it. Like the Tom Cruise analogy, where he only has to do stuff that he wants to do. Those ships should know that what they're making is going to be good. But I guess they really thought they had something with the robots, though, and that probably got crushed. You know? I feel like their confidence got knocked. I really do.
I don't blame them, because I think
I don't blame them at all.
everybody agrees. Because even Shadow Axel, he mentioned it. No one ever had an issue with the game until Season 1.
Exactly.
Right? Season 1 was good, but it was the first time we ever had a bit of a stain on the game, and I think they didn't take that well.
No.
It still feels like there's a bit of stain there, and once again, Shadow Axel, he mentions that they feels like you learned the lesson. I think anyone that is observing that knows that they took something from Season 1 and Season 2. Something occurred there, of like the future of seasons or the game as a whole. They made a decision there, and so far, I mean, it's questionable as to whether or not it was a good one. It's just weird.
He's weird, and I've said this before, but it's like the problem is before seasons, it was never like, is this season going to be good or is this update going to be good or bad? It was just like, and it also varied greatly in size as well. It's actually refreshing. It meant you got smaller updates, but now it's like we're trying. It feels like the trajectory of the game is always very uncertain, especially considering even now the inconsistent time between updates as well. And it feels like this is going to be different from the last one. Is it going to mark a change in direction? Because it feels like the game needs changes in direction and stuff like that. And yet it still takes a very long time for anything to happen to the game. So it's just very hard to gauge where they're going, because they don't go very far very often.
We throw around a lot of solutions, and I think all of them are worth trying. I think that's the point they need to realise is maybe you've done long seasons, try really short ones. Like, try seasons with fuck all content in them, but small time to make, or some shit like that, right? Like, just try, because games do different types of seasons. Some games do the bigger, meatier seasons that take like twice a year to get out, right? Other games, they do like 2 months per season, and it's not much content when it arrives, but it's frequent. Maybe they should try that, right? They're clearly not set on the way they do stuff in this game. They're more than willing to change things up if they see it's not working, and I think, generally speaking, it's not working.
To do things and change things, that their choices might be outdated by the time they come to fruition.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think they might have been in the case of moving away from sequel season. How we talked about how it might not be healthy for the game for every season to be huge.
Yeah.
Literally, it might be new, brand new
I think, for
stuff.
example, some things. Season 3. Alright, obviously you couldn't make a Season 3 in a short amount of time. But let's just use specifically, the grenade. No, yeah, the grenades. I thought I fucked that up for some reason. But if we got the grenades in 2 to 3 months, with maybe a little bit of rockpox, but even just the grenades, people would have been chuffed, I feel. Right? That would have been an alright equipment. 6 months? No. 3 months? Yeah. And it probably it would have been paired with less rockpox, but I feel like that wouldn't be inherently a bad thing, because you could, and as well as this is Shadow Axel's real thing here, you could tell more of a story with the seasons being shorter.
Shorter, and
could easily,
more importantly, more frequent, because that's the result of shorter seasons, is more frequent additions. And I saw an interesting point recently. I actually can't tell you where I saw this. I don't remember. But I thought it was a really good point, and it's actually that drip feeding is a really good idea, because packaging everything all into one makes it it doesn't last as long, basically, because it's all there right away, and you're experiencing everything that a given season has to offer basically at the same time. So it all has the same lifespan, That's why actually Small Meteor was so good, once again. And I feel like the reception to that should have told them something, that people sort of like that. As in, considering the way Ghost Ship works. I wouldn't actually be surprised if they might do something like that deliberately this time. As in, for that exact thing. They might have some events, and they might actually hold the second event for a little bit or something like that. Or have like a second event they're working on into the season. But it would only start there. They wouldn't jump immediately to let's drip feed the entire season. They'd be like, this worked for a second event last time, so maybe we should, start with one event, but give them another one in like a couple of weeks again, because it seemed to work really well. That's something I can see.
Either way, like, I don't think there's any inherent solution or any way for us to know what would solve everything, but I think we can all agree they need to experiment a little bit more with seasons. Like, not just with the content added, but in the format of seasons, like how frequent you get them, what they put in them, stuff like that. They need to stop messing around with it, because, I mean, yeah, it's not working, right? It's it's getting new players. Most players don't really care, but I feel like Ghost Ship's always been better than that, right? They've always been. Everyone enjoys all the content. Like, always, right? Well, not always. Like, it used to be for like 2 days and then you stop playing, which is why they added season pass. Holy guacamole, the cat just climbed on my bed.
Well, everyone shut up. Tired of cat climbing on his bed.
Well, because they're really small and I've got 2 mattresses, they couldn't do that. So he's actually managed to find a way to crawl onto my bed.
I was thinking about that mid-season update idea ever since the Smalls happened. Yeah, well, see, mid-season updates are kind of impossible because they just don't know how long things are going to take, and I mean that as in literal mid-season updates. As in, it's never going to be. It's not going to be the exact middle. I mean, like a month or a month and a half, less than 2 months, but not a short amount of time either. After the season starts, is when you should add a little bit more.
I think
I don't really know what you can put into that though, apart from something like Small Meteor, because you need. We've talked about this before, but I feel like it really does have a lot of potential. And if you want to boil it down, you'd be like, in terms of how much a mid-season update should have, if you get something like Small Meteor, but you need something else. You need 2 variables at least. I don't know what the other variable would be. Oh, I don't know. That's the problem. I just have no idea what else they could do. That would make sense to not. Mid-season? Yeah, that would make sense to not have on season launch.
The assignment, right? The fact they released 2 part
and there were 2 assignments
immediately was the wildest thing known to man.
I saw it.
Like,
I think
genuinely, it just feels like there was not a thought there.
But, kind of, yeah. Because I remember when season 3 started, I saw that it was called Part 1. And I thought, oh, so it's Part 2 going to be like later. And it was, but the assignment wasn't.
Yeah.
Part 2 was small. That would have been perfect. You can also add a couple cosmetics to that assignment if you want. You don't need to expand the pass or anything like that.
I think seasonal based assignments should give you
more script.
Cosmetics.
Could be
a Rockpox mask, right? For completing the season assignment. That just.
Well, I want more cosmetics and things like honestly, Deep Rock is at a point where they can get away with doing sort of all the really like fillery stuff that a lot of other games have, like weapon charms, like effects, because there's so many good cosmetics there already. So you could have and this would still be good. I just mean for a lot of people, it probably look quite fillery, but it would work for Deep Rock. Something like. And this could probably be like the final tier of the pass, for example. You would get like the Rockpox effect on you, or as like a kill effect. Some games have that. Or they could even add like salute effects, where you like emit like an aura when you just salute. It's just a cosmetic thing. It's just like a flare. You have like signature effects. You could have like the Rockpox, one of those, where you just you just look infected sometimes or something. Not armor. It's not armor or a paint job. It's something else.
I don't like that idea. I draw a line there.
So you just want more hats then?
No, I would want something realistic. Like there is not much, but there is a thing, right? Like, I think that's maybe where COD drew the line, where suddenly people could magically form wraith shits and like special cloudy effects and shit like that. That is goofy. It's goofy, right? It's just silly.
Deep silly.
Part of the Praetorian.
It's silly realistic. Even the goofy hats are clearly made out of real stuff and are really placed
That
in
is
your
actually
head.
is actually true. That is weirdly true.
Like-
I can't even deny that at all because it's true.
Yeah. Everything feels real within its goofy concept, and I think that's a a benefit. Hey man, you really want to come up?
Dude, I bought RoboQuest. It is that good.
Fuel canisters
It is
are
that
all dry
good.
as a bone. Refill them, and we will have this show on the road again soon.
No.
But considering all that, though, I kind of feel like we're in a position where we probably need to ditch cosmetic complaints for a while. Because that's not really the issue. If there is an issue.
Plus, and I always forget this, but I honestly, and I shit you not, I don't give a fuck about the content. I'm just glad we're gonna get some new cosmetics soon. I'm just glad that we're gonna be able to ride through all these new shit hats that
It's
they're gonna
half
add
as
to the
good for
game.
me as the new content. In fact, season 3, the pass is the best
genuinely-
thing, really.
Like, the game, I have fun doing like two things really. The one's like playing it with like a kind of new build, essentially. Like that's pretty fun. Like just rummaging around, creating a bunch of new builds, and then just trying them out. That's fun. Secondly, is when I made those new builds, customizing the dwarves. That shit is equal, as far as I'm concerned, to the actual
It's a big
other
part of
bits
the
content.
game.
Like, and I mean, I don't think everyone has it that way, which is why I don't think they can easily spend an update spending more time on that than actual content. But
What,
I
did you
do
say
think
that
there-
for them, or did you say that because you actually believe that? That isn't actual content?
Yeah, right. Well, here's another thing.
Because it is.
Shout out Axel, once again, because he gave a lot of nuggets. He used these words. He doesn't give a fuck about the hub edition.
Yeah, that was dumb as hell.
Those are operational.
Yeah, it's a pretty bad take.
Yeah, the hub is the space rig is exceptionally important. It's almost one of the things that sets it apart from a lot of other games. I mean, a lot of games have hubs. I mean, but it's still a really good thing about Deep Rock. I just like any hub that's like it's essentially the main menu, but it's like just an actual like space that you can exist in. So to act like it's not important is really fucking stupid, and it's like I don't know how you really like Deep Rock that much. Like, if you don't care about if you don't care about the space rig, that is the second.
Yeah,
Hoxies and the space rig are almost equally important locations. Considering how small space rig is compared to Hoxies, I mean, but impressive how important the space rig is. Considering how much more varied and how much bigger the planet is.
It's a pretty bad take, but I don't think that was him inherently saying that adding hub content is a bad idea. I think it was just him saying that he doesn't value it as equal content, which is a bad take for him. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm saying basically the opposite, although also not really the opposite. Like I as much as I am just as interested as in the hub stuff as the in-game stuff. But both of those pale in compared to cosmetics, as far as I'm concerned. You can add shit content, but if you've got some fire cosmetics and preferably some more some more loadouts, because I've ran out of loadouts, please give me more loadouts.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing that I don't quite get about Ghost Ship, right? It's when they had a 6th loadout slot instead of going straight to 8 or 10. Like, what? What's the thought process there? Is there a thought process? I don't see how it can be as simple as people want more loadout, that equals new loadout, which is one new loadout, right? To me, that would equal, okay, we need to have a discussion about loadouts, right? And how many more should we add or not? But it's like they saw a lot of people say new loadout slots, and they were like, okay, new loadout slot. But they forgot the S. It feels like they want new loadout.
Yeah. Well, no.
Lost
I
in
don't know.
translation,
I
I
feel like
think.
I feel like they just thought 5 was a weird number, so they put it up one. The next
5 is not a
season.
weird
That's
number,
what
though, is
feels
it?
like.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But I feel like that's probably more what it was. Because if they just wanted more
can't
loadouts than you
stand
could
that
possibly
idea.
really use, they would have done more. But maybe they just thought, alright, 6 and we'll leave it there. Which
feel
I think
like,
is, as much as I don't want that, I need more loadouts or else I can't even use the new customization.
Well, see, that's
because
what
there's
it-
maybe
no, no,
like
I need
2
to- hold on.
dwarfs total, which I think can be improved.
That's the thing, though. Do they see the loadouts for weapons or for cosmetics? That's what I do. That's what I want to know. What are they for in their opinion? Because obviously it's both, right? It's both equally. Which is the objective answer. Even if you value cosmetics more than the gear, it's equally both. That's the true answer. I want to know if they don't feel that way. Concern me, because obviously from a cosmetic standpoint, there should be like, I don't know, 20. Weapons perspective, 6 actually makes perfect sense. Because there's 6 weapons per class, and you can sort of store multiple loadouts in one just by switching weapons, basically. Which makes me feel like they see it more for the the gear than the cosmetics, even though there's a lot more cosmetics. But that's why.
Which is why
but
I
that's
think
why
we
if they
probably
did it, it would
won't
only
see-
be for cosmetics, and I don't think they would do it for cosmetics. But that's the only reason they would add more slots. They're probably not going to. You get me?
Yeah, which is why I can't really see them doing any more until they add more overclocks. At least I can't see them having really a reason. Unless they want to add one loadout like every season, which I would love for them to do. That would be such a cool thing to start doing. So, that one new hair color, one new loadout slot, which I think most people agree, one new hair color is dumb as hell.
But that's the formula.
They deserve
isn't it?
more hair colors.
Well,
There is easily two per season. You would still never run out of ideas. Right?
Yeah, but they okay. This is I think this is another problem with their tunnel vision. Is I don't think you need someone higher up on the pulse of something like that to be like. Is it you can't? I don't like the idea of them just letting the art department just do what they want every season. No bit influence, right? Because they need to be like. You know, we can do more like types of hair, right? We can do like gradients and stuff, or like mixed colours and whatnot.
Well, they've already got gradients, right? I mean, obviously not like hard ones, but like they've got like 2 like grayscale beards. Let's go with where it's like black to grey or like grey to a different shade of grey.
Well, that's
like they've
yeah,
already
but-
got that.
Yeah,
in the
they
game.
do have that, but it almost it feels like they forget it when they just add another green one instead.
Yeah.
It feels like they've forgotten what was already there. That they had more
Yeah, and
directions.
that they haven't added a blue beard yet.
Even like an actual like silver metallic beard would be better than the, well, yeah, that's pretty good, but that would be a lot better than the green
But
one.
like, I was.
Like the metallic ones were cool. Rose, I mean, it's not everyone's favourite. As far as I know, you don't like that colour much.
It
But
has
I
its
like
place.
I like the fact that there's a metallic looking beard. I think that's weird and cool.
Yeah. Because literally, its existence implies every color we could ever get, we could get a metallic version of.
Exactly.
And you're looking at me that something with that amount of possibilities, we're only getting 1 per season, which we get 2 per year. So we're getting 2 hair colors per year, if that.
And I'm not even
Are you telling me that that's
say,
reasonable?
and I'm not even going to say, they're doing that instead. Like instead of doing that, they're just adding much more hats because the hats aren't actually the problem. The problem is the facial hair that no one is using.
They did pretty good hat wise this season.
I actually,
right? As in they didn't
it's pretty good.
add many hats this year. Although the ones they did add was kind
And
of
they
hit
also
and
had
miss.
more like stuff, stuff that actually probably would have been forced colours in previous seasons. Not be that they had,
Yeah.
But then they had that one worst defender of all time just to fuck with us. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That was genuine. Honestly, I am almost convinced because there's no other reason for that to exist.
Yeah,
In my
it doesn't
opinion.
add anything to anything. This is the purple band that goes around your head, and it doesn't give you any hair, so you got a bald with a purple bandana that you can't change the color of, right? That one. where like,
Family, I'm
you
not saying we
actively
need more
defeat
hats.
every
I don't
single
think we
thing.
need more hats. I'm just saying those aren't what's getting in the way of more hair colours. The hair itself is what's getting in the way, because barely anyone's using like those, especially the sideburns.
Keep the dozer safe.
No one likes the wacky sideburns, really. Not enough people, right?
Yeah.
Also, where are
And
skin colours as
realistically-
well? Where's more skin colours? Where's my gold and silver skin colours?
You got gold.
Oh yeah, shit.
silver.
I mean silver
Yeah.
then. But
Yeah.
or just grey. I want grey, like zombie grey. Or
Yeah,
you know,
or like-
dark pitch black.
Abyssal.
No. Yeah, the black crag.
But yeah, no, there's so many things, like, and which is why once again I know, like, if I was Ghost Ship, which obviously I'm not, I'm a single person, not a group of game developers, but I would just be like, fuck it, no actual things, just colours this season.
Oh my
Right?
god, I would love that so much.
And they just, yeah, like genuinely, right? Because it
Colours are the
literally
best
is,
part
either
for
you
me,
care about
for me.
cosmetics or you don't. Which means the people that care about cosmetics, they would fucking love that and stab someone over it, and they would love it so much. And the people that don't care about cosmetics, they don't give a shit. They don't lose anything from that, right? So it's a win, not lose. Why
A
would-
win, not lose.
Yeah. The people that care about it win. The people that don't care about it didn't notice that they lost.
Yeah, they need to look to the fashion subreddit, see what they win. You know, don't look into them, they're idiots.
Harry, what they would say is add all the infinite, like, colour mod things.
Alright, listen to them. Because it's that's tied with infinite promotions, by the way, for me. Things I want from the game.
I think it would be difficult. It would be difficult to implement technically, but not like visually. It would essentially be like there would be like a palette option where you would click on that, and then it would be like copy and paste from like any other cosmetic that's like, in the game. Or like the color scheme, you know. What I mean?
saying it could be implemented as its own little cosmetic, which is like you get like a
It would be its own slot that would be like I don't know, like the you know, like drop icon in like most drawing softwares, where you would copy the color from
no,
elsewhere.
actually I don't.
It's like an eye drop.
You're like
symbol.
you know that thing, you know, that's like quite specific to me.
What?
As in,
Yeah,
you shouldn't assume that I know what that is.
Resupply arrived. Go restock.
Because I
I
don't.
thought it was more usual than it was.
Is that what Terraria
more
has?
visually.
You know, on the Terraria PC version, where you copy and paste the colours. Yeah. Also, not having a hair colour just be a gradient you can pick from is actually a good thing. Because if it was, then you'd be stuck with... Well, you wouldn't be able to get things like rosé. If it was just
No,
like...
not
so,
true.
What?
The way I pitched that idea from the episode, the video I did that on, you have a complete color wheel, and then you have options for filters, essentially, or whatever. Like
Yes,
a
but
layer on
how
top.
many of those can they really make? So I'm getting it.
It would be you do all the base colors, and then you would just have an option where you would just add on the shield, like the sheen, the shine.
Yeah, would those be
Yeah.
unlockables?
Maybe, yeah,
Because
probably.
they want them to be.
Well,
That's what I mean.
those things you could get in a box, but the actual colors I've always just been like you would buy with like I don't know. Like
Oh
500
right, yeah,
quid.
shit. But that means it can't be a pure gradient though, because otherwise it'd be thousands.
Any hostiles.
Yeah, well there'd be like I don't know.
It would have to be. You know, when you go in Word, you go to like more colours. It's like the hexagon.
Yeah.
That's what it would have to be.
That is actually
Not
that's
the
the
other
exact
one.
thing I use.
Not like the Terraria
I
gradient.
I grabbed that, like snipped it and pasted it into the thing. That's the exact thing that's in the video.
And then you could like choose which parts as well use with the hairs.
Yeah. And then you would have like, I don't know, like shiny covering or like matte covering, maybe if they did that, stuff like that. And then even if that's still too restricted, there is a special area where you would have like rainbow beards or like the multiple colours or some shit
Well,
like
hold
that.
on, Reverend, hold on. As I said, if haters say that cosmetics take work away from the gameplay, those people are redacted. It's getting to the point with
pretty much.
Deep Rock where it's hard for me to believe that it doesn't though.
Thing is, once again, it's like what you've been saying, Harry. The game is essentially done. They can easily just work on cosmetics. Like there's no real harm there.
Yeah, as in, I'm not so much concerned about getting, gameplay content every season. In fact, I'm not too bothered about what the content is. I am genuinely on the side of more frequent updates. Because the game's basically done, and to make something feel, when you can get away with basically adding whatever you want every update, then you might as well just do what you want instead of like forcing yourself into like these parameters when the game doesn't need those parameters to survive. What will give Deep Rock more life is more stuff more often, and it doesn't matter really what it is, to be honest. But obviously, they are going with the seasonal model, as far as we know. The problem is, they don't really talk about it.
Which, in all fairness, Harry, I think this is another thing you have to give the seasonal model. We never had cosmetics as reliably as we do now.
No, I know. This,
it would be
my favourite
like
thing about
every
it. It's the best thing about
years,
it.
Yeah.
I've always support that and said that.
Yeah.
We're 50% through, team. Drill Dozer is still holding together.
Yeah. The season pass has done so much good for the game. The season model deems that questionable.
Yeah, in terms of the content that it brings, well, it's just like because like they want to do these seasonal events every season that get reward players with script and whatnot, but you shouldn't have to do those if you don't want to. As in, if they have an idea and they feel like it's it's kind of forced if they try and make it into an event, then don't do the event. Figure out a way around it. If the content you want to
like
make
a good
doesn't suit
idea
an event,
wouldn't
like
have
that.
any force anywhere.
Exactly, that's what I mean.
Like you would no resistance in adding any type of content if it actually is good like ideas for content. Like I feel like honestly, say what I will, Rockbox I imagine was very comfortable, very like thing when they were like meteorites, like they were like meteorites that are already there and meteorites that fall in, like and like the enemies being affected. That shit was probably pretty flowing, like pretty easy. They kind of slipped up in some areas, like Shadow Axe I mentioned, and I do agree that it should have spread in the caves, like it's just a fact.
Yeah, I thought I expected it to when we first saw Rockbox in the teasers.
Because
I was like, oh, it's going to spread,
should,
right?
Right? The Rockbox spreads, but you never see it spread.
Yeah, that was that
At
might
no
have been
point
his
in
best
time do
point,
you see,
actually.
You never see any sign of that. And it's the same thing, it's just that you were told so many things about the Rockbox and none of it's true. Rockbox spreads, not true. Rockbox is dangerous, not really true. It's a huge threat, and you don't really feel it. It's just a bunch of like it's like a bunch of promises that the words and the developers and the game tells you, and then the gameplay doesn't follow it up. And that's the main issue with the Rockbox, if we're being honest. Which is included in the fact that there's fuck all of them. Or like fuck all diversity, really.
I think we reasonably expected a decent roster. Like, at least like what we got, plus like a flying enemy and a boss. That was really the expectation. Which would have... I probably wouldn't have complained about Season 3 if it had that stuff. To be honest. I don't think I would have done.
I mean... I think like probably would have still complained about the grenades.
Maybe.
But not inherently... It wouldn't have been that like an overall quantity is lacking complaint, because I think that kind of is there. Even though really it isn't. They are quite
it is in the individual areas. No?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Heartstone is ours. Deposit it and
Wait, what sounds awful? Hell? Scoot said, oh god, that sound awful. I don't know what it is.
nicely done.
Wait, what's going on?
Hold the drop part when you're ready.
Alright, yeah, the content thing. Well, what I was saying is that each individual part isn't enough of itself. There's enough parts. Like Season 3 has enough components, but no component is actually fleshed out enough or has enough meat to it. And it would feel a lot better if you had less components, but more of them were fleshed out. Because that feels more thorough. Which would make the update feel better.
Drop pod has arrived. Retrieving the mule. Drop pod departing
So
in
that's
T-minus
that's
5
how I
minutes.
critique the amount of content in season 3.
Yeah, at least this time. Critiqued it quite a few times now.
So that's the last one. God, it's been season 3 for so long.
You what?
It's been season 3 for so long.
Yeah.
And it's not over yet.
No.
Supply drop has been ordered and is on the
And
way.
then we've got like a good month. And for us, it's a good probably month and a half still.
Supply pod inbound. Drop pod departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
At least we've got stuff to talk about and think about.
Secured.
So at least the game feels like more alive.
Deep Galactic thanks you for your good work. Drop pod will leave with or without you. Good work. We're pulling you back in.
Which is
Yeah,
actually
this is
something
why I don't
slightly
like Reddit that
interesting.
much, by the way, because they're keeping themselves going regardless of what the game is doing, basically. I think I explained this yesterday, actually. I might have mentioned it on the podcast. I can't remember when I did. It might be then, or it might be sometime before that. The game isn't doing as much work as community is, basically, at the moment, in terms of keeping the game alive. And, in my opinion, it should always be the game. And right now, it's not. Or at least right now, the community is doing the majority of the work amongst themselves.
Yeah.
Or maybe not right now. Maybe just before teaser season. It's time to have said that.
Yeah, I mean, well, the game was. I mean, they had like 2 solid controversies during season 3. That helped. And once again, holiday events.
Yeah. And that's sort of
Like
like
that-
a union of the game itself and the community bonding to it, giving it
Yeah.
more, life. I'm gonna buy these guys a drink. Dip.
A round of oaths for me and my friends here. That sucks.
No one wants a drink?
Cheers, everyone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been having some fun on Reddit though, or with with other people in the community. One of them,
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
Showed up.
I-
Now
I
that wasn't.
was.
That didn't really go anywhere. I just thought it was funny that this because I don't know if the guy was trolling or not. It's really hard to
yeah,
tell
I mean, as
what he's up
followed
to.
it literally, he just spread misinformation just casually.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want him to be right though. As in, not that I want him to be right. I want historian to be right. Because the point is, that's why I brought that up. Because he, in his video, he mentioned that it sort of moved or looked, and it sort of reminded him of that.
But 2 of them though. That
Yeah, I know.
what if you shot? Because isn't it if you shoot one, it summons a swarm and or ambush, right? point?
It's like a hoolie hoarder. If it gets away, then the horde comes. I think.
Right. Yeah, 2 of them together. Woof, guaranteed horde essentially.
Yes, it's probably not that. But that's.
The memorial
But
hall
it's interesting
where
though.
we honor
Like,
the fallen.
just trying to understand the origin of the. Okay, maybe I should explain. So basically, someone. The start of what historian did actually. on his other channel, Mortorian, did a little breakdown of yesterday's teaser, and in it he played a little bit of footage of an old bit of cut content, which was the Glyphid Queen hatchling. And he said, because he said it reminds them of that. That's sort of the starting point where I think this came from, because I don't see any other reason why anyone else would bring up that clip, because where else would he have seen it recently, except in Historian's video? So did he see that and then come up with some cunning plan to try and trick people, or did he see that and somehow just not get the information? Is that how he saw the teaser? It's from Historian's video, and he thought it was part of it. Yeah. But he was looking pretty fucking hard though. He was looking.
Why would he then post it to the Reddit? It was such. Yeah. Interesting.
It really is interesting, isn't it? Oh, I still got an air slowed with silence. Geneva Convention.
Geneva Convention. Or like Geneva's suggestion.
Yeah, that's right. There you got it. Well done. Oh shit, this comment got locked by the moderators. What the fuck?
Wait, what? Sorry?
Moderators remove posts from feeds for a variety of reasons, including keeping community safe, civil, and true to their purpose. Your message has been removed for violating the rules of the subreddit. Please do not encourage or engage in bad behaviour. Not my comment, by the way.
Alright.
Something that someone else said, so I can't actually read it. It was the guy I was talking about yesterday. I didn't actually get through the whole thing. He was using the star eye emojis. Remember? Another week of no content. Wow, we love this game, love its devs. Yeah, it got locked.
Locked or banned?
He probably got banned.
Well, it did.
You can't see the thread anymore.
Did he?
The only thing I can see is my comment on it. Oh no, I can see all the comments on it actually. I can't see the original post. Get the title. The thing I didn't appreciate though was someone shitting on Shadow Haxel's video. That I didn't appreciate. They like shared it and it's like, this video is shit. He shared the subreddit. Like, the video is shit, he's just whining.
It's literally, I don't know. Because I watched that and I thought, you know what, this video looks like something people wouldn't actually just blindly shit on him for. It seems like it's one of those videos that you would like be spicy and get away with.
I don't know if the guy watched, did the guy watch it though?
Yeah, could not have.
Oh, I found it. Apparently I left a comment on it. I don't remember that though. Oh right, yeah, it was about something else. I didn't really know how to respond to it. Oh my god, that got locked as well. Oh, it's deleted. Sorry, it was deleted by the person who posted. The guy posted it. So he got a little bit embarrassed at him shitting on Shadow Hacksaw.
Maybe.
Hold on. No. Hold on. He's gone.
Deleted by moderator.
Well, it says use. He's gone. It says use/deleted. The user has been deleted.
So his account got.
Yeah.
Either he deleted it or it got taken down.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's better than the other one, but I'm not sure. I can't really support either.
I mean,
I can't really support people getting banned. I genuinely haven't seen something. Neither of those things really justify a ban. You've got to be you've got to be racist or something to get banned, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Something like that.
That was just a bad take.
Yeah.
It depends. If at any point in time he wanted someone to attack Shadow Hacksaw or anything like that, then there it goes.
Well, okay, here's what it said, because the only thing he said is the title of the post, and the rest of it was just the video. this video is shit. All the points are just him being ungrateful, and it feels like he's just trying to find things to complain about. Parts about the new season are completely uneducated. It's not out yet, and we have no idea what else is coming. I don't normally rant, but this video was too bad.
Yeah, it's just a take.
I mean, I can't really be too down on what Haxel said about season 4, though. I can, in the sense that I'm not going to judge it until we've seen everything, but it's kind of hard to see what it's going to be, and especially considering 2 of the teasers were about this single arcade machine. That's the part I get why he complained about it.
I think it's another thing. It's just like, I don't know, maybe because he doesn't want to think about it too much. But I think we both think it's going to be more than just an arcade machine, right?
Well, yeah,
like,
it's obviously
not just going to be a little beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep boop, like just like on the hub.
It's just like, I do not care. I do not care about the space rig.
Yeah.
It got a little bit annoying.
And you should be allowed to voice that opinion.
Well, you also should know that the arcade machine is clearly more important than he thinks. You should be able to tell.
Maybe, but I don't know. Free speech doesn't really exist on the internet.
What? Hold on, what are you talking about? What do you think happened? Shadow Haxel's video is fine.
No, I know.
Right,
but the guy that said it sucked isn't.
No.
And the guy that was shitting on the game earlier isn't.
He's scrubbed from the face of the earth.
Which, I mean, it's like, you can shit on the game, on the subreddit of the game, but expect to get downvoted. That's the point of downvoting. You get downvoted into oblivion, no one sees your comment, you are silenced via public fuck you.
Public execution.
Not by a single moderator saying, no, I don't like that, and getting rid of it. Not that I'm saying that's what occurred, but apparently Deep Rock's not immune to that. The Discord is kind of known for doing that.
Discord. I don't need it. That's a good thing. I used to need it for to check experimental branch patch notes, but that's not the only way to see them. So I'm good, baby. Maybe we should invite Shadow Haxel.
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Because he's put out a recent video as well. Well, both of them at the same time.
I would be entirely down to like our 50th podcast and just essentially just like, I don't know, 4 people that have been outspoken against seasons kind of doing that.
Is it weird that I think of the 52nd as more special? Because that's like, obviously we haven't done them every week, but that's like a year.
Well, the thing is, it's kind of a thing right now.
What is?
Talking about... Well, alright. I guess we'll wait until next season comes out. That seems fair, right? Because if we release it out before the season comes out, then, you know. But if the new season comes out and we're all still disappointed, like I imagine Access Chronos would do another video, Shadow Haxel probably would.
I remember these guys, they did a video about... After... I think it was before Halo went Season 2. It was kind of about that. It's just a bunch of guys, different Halo YouTubers, just sort of circle jerking about why the game's so shit. But I'd love to do a group thoughts on something. If we could get more than one person, or, as in, that might be more attractive to them. As in, we're sort of bringing a couple of people together. As in, literally a couple. It'll be a total of 4, including us.
The only thing, my only issue with it is that, like, compared to those two, I don't know what right we have holding that. You know what I mean?
What?
Like, I mean, if it was like on either of their channels, they'd probably like.
Yeah,
I don't
we
know.
got
Like, you
the
know
podcast.
when?
That's why.
I know, yeah.
That's part of the reason we do it. That we can be the guys with the Deep Rock podcast.
Yeah. But you know, they're not like against doing that, are they? Like,
Also, Shadow Haxel is
Access Chronos
I know we're sort of in a position where
Oh.
I'm pretty comfortable inviting anyone, but Shadow Haxel's like a lot closer to us. He's closer to us than he is to Access Chronos.
You are pulling this out of your ass. Access Chronos has interacted with us way more than Shadow Haxel.
I just mean,
Shadow
I
Haxel made a
literally mean in
reference to
terms of
Dank Side.
subscriber count.
Oh, right.
As in, he's closer. Shadow Haxor's closer to us than Exus Chronos than he is to Exus Chronos. Shadow Haxor had less. When I first saw his videos, he had less than we do now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Right, Revens.
Yeah,
My problem
get
with reviews is these people barely test an update or game and judge it like they have 100% them. That was kind of like Axis Crones from Season 3, wasn't it? He was very angry.
He was very quick on that.
Yeah.
And that was just a bad thing for him.
I should
like,
say,
even if it's a
will
bit,
be,
never change.
We'll be as quick, but it will be like Season 4 first impressions.
Yeah, but I highly doubt that it would be overwhelmingly negative. Like there isn't a universe where we are entirely disappointed, right? That is like, we can be disappointed and we can point out where we think things are lacking. But there isn't a universe where we're like, everything about this is shit and here's why. It's just not possible.
I feel like I've got I feel like I've got my head in a space where I feel like I'm definitely not going to be disappointed. I don't know how, but I feel like I just won't be disappointed. Doesn't mean I'm going to be like impressed. I'm not inherently going to be impressed, but I feel like I'm just going to be okay with whatever Season 4 ends up being.
Yeah, I think both of us agree that this season's are kind of written off. They spent most of the time and attention on the holiday events and that.
Yeah, but well, no, that's why I don't think it's necessarily the case though, because if that's Season 4 would only be less than Season 3 if they tried to get it out at the same time on top of them working on the holiday events. If they tried to get it out at the same time as Season 2, the gap is longer,
but I think if they were
because
putting it
of the
out
holiday
as quick
event.
as they possibly could. I don't think they were taking their time and like, okay, we need to take as much time as all the other seasons. I don't think that. I think they were like,
think that's exactly
right, what's
what
the
they
bare
did.
minimum we can do, and let's get it out as quickly as we can, within the time frames of no crunch and.
I just don't like that
bullshit.
idea, so I'm just not going with it. I don't know.
We'll see. If this season has as much as like all the other seasons, then you know. But if it has unarguably less, then it is what it is.
Axis Chronos opened my third eye when it came to DRG negatively. What do you mean DRG negativity? Why wasn't it us? Should have been us. I think he's just burned out of the game. I think he's burned out the game. Like,
He is
in a
the
big,
face of
like,
shit
pretty
on this
big
game.
way, yeah.
And that's it's a thing that occurs quite a few times. It's literally you break away from the mold as like a big name in the YouTube area, you'll become that guy. Right, essentially, like you will become the betrayer.
Yeah. Trust me, you're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. But he is that guy.
Mission selected. Powering up the drop pod. Get on board, team.
It would feel very natural, actually, to have Axis Chronos on the podcast. I still kind
that's what I'm
of...
thinking.
It makes sense to... If we want to try, that almost makes sense to me as a first guest. It was like the first guy to, like, recognise us as well. And... I don't know if we're definitely closer to him than we are to the Reddit people.
Yeah. But I don't know. I think currently a plan, which I mean, if we really want to, I'll is getting them both kind of on, because I think both is reasonable then. Like it's not just like one of them pulling up to have like an interview and just like us on them. It's more of a group of DRG YouTubers talking about seasons, and I think that's slightly more appealing. Not just to the viewers, but also to like them.
Focus fire here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, pardon me. What about that dev who watches on these videos? How long do you think it's going to take before we can
Well,
try
once
that?
again, that shit train, like all the comments I just read, is like next to that dev this comment.
Yeah, that was funny. I looked at his it's like YouTube page, it's Ghost Ship Games.
I'm pretty sure he's been there before.
I haven't seen him
I
before. I
swear
just looked at his
we've
page
had
to
one
make
of
sure
them
it wasn't
comment.
made like today, or yesterday.
There was nothing he said that would have.
No. I said I looked and it's like it made in like October 2021, and he had like a link to his Reddit moderator page, his profile page on Reddit.
I got the deposit.
Alright.
I think we actually have a chance to make it
And
out
he's got like a description of his role at Ghost Ship as well. And they explained that he made the account to interact with people, interact with YouTubers.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily his personal account, but it might be as well. But it's like he made it that way to be like his public account, not like a YouTube channel, but like an account for him to interact with people on.
Yeah.
Platform up.
You don't get pissy when a season isn't to your liking. We shouldn't. Kind of did. Alex Kronos did.
Our liking is, I don't know, something of substance. In 3,
Well-designed
it wasn't
enemies.
not it. It wasn't a 0% substance, but it wasn't 100% substance either. Right? That's where I draw the line. Is that, you know, that, the comment I read, he's like, that it added nothing. It was a waste of time. Right? It wasn't that. The grades were good, if a bit lacking in numbers. Like 1 per class is not equal to 1 primary or secondary per class, which is what we thought going into it, that they would at least match that, but they didn't. They seemed to have put more efforts into the rock box. But considering that, the rock box enemies is lacking. Like there's only 3 of them, and as much as they're not just reskins, they're also not anything new other than the status effect. Status effect is new. Something that would, you know, hold you and then deal damage. So far, you've got like the hold, which is like the cryo. It's really it, right? Like the only thing that
You can break out.
I guess grabbing as well.
Get your stomping boots on.
Deposit.
But yeah, like it was probably about, I don't know. We'll probably do the maths.
The scores are on you.
Probably like 70-something% good. Like
70% good.
Like
yeah.
the numbers were right, the amount, what is there was good. Like, and I feel like this was something that I really didn't like Shadowhawks was saying. I mean, obviously he's not wrong, but when he said that Meteorite was just a reskin of Hacking Pod, like yes and no. If by reskin you mean an improvement on that mechanic, then yes, because it's essentially the same kind of mechanic, but it was done better. Like undeniably improved as a feature.
Yeah,
My
that's
only
my
issue
issue
is that
is that
we
it's just
still have the worst feature in the game,
which is
which I haven't actually seen in fucking 2 months now.
yeah, hacking. Yeah. Well, my problem with the Meteorite though is that it just feels like an improved version of the hacking of the data deposit event. Doesn't feel like a Rockbox event.
Yeah, that once again, yeah. The rock box is not integrated enough into the natural game. Like Rivals, as much as I still think they're their own bubble, you kind of have to sign up to bump into them. They can occur in a normal mission. You can bump into them, not often though. But Rockbox, if you don't sign up for it, you'll never see them ever. like if it's not a Rockbox, you know, mutation, then don't worry about it. You'll never see them. And if you never do one of those missions, they might as well not be in the game.
Yeah, you also don't have to do the Meteorites.
And that is a bad piece of content.
You don't have to do the Meteorites, so why can't they spawn Rockbox enemies?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
They were just afraid.
It just
they
at
were
least
afraid.
for us. Yeah, for us, it does add to the theory that they were. Yeah, they were hesitant at the very least. To
They just weren't as confident in making new
add
enemies.
the
So
new enemies
that's why,
to the normal.
also why they were the way they were. I feel like they
Yeah.
actually didn't want to add too many, and they didn't want them to be too different either from what we'd already had. I feel like that's why I do think season 3 suffered from them just being more apprehensive.
Which is why this is going to be slightly interesting, because these new enemies are in the pool, right?
pool.
like they're literally they are always going to be occurring. They have to nail these enemies. Because in the end of the day, whether or not
Well,
they
I think
fuck
they
up the
will,
Rockbox
because
and
that's what they're
Rivals,
doing.
You can avoid them.
Well, Tyler, the only problem Ghost Ship is ever the only problem they have is it's only ever decision making. It's just if they decide to do the right things or not. If the plan laid out describes like the best, most well designed enemy you've ever seen, they will probably implement it perfectly. It just depends on if the design of the enemies is good enough. If they are like thought out and planned to be the best enemies possible, then they will be. But if their plan isn't good enough, then they'll perfectly execute their flawed plan. Basically, that's how it works. You just need to give them the right blueprint, basically, and they'll just do it perfectly. So, as long as their ideas work, then it nothing to worry about. It just depends on whether or not they had good ideas. And they need to have really watertight or airtight ideas if they're going to be added to normal enemy pool. But I think it was after, failing to make stuff that people liked even in their own bubbles that they realised that people probably want more actual enemies as well. Or at least they do.
Yeah.
They
Because
want,
if
they
the
want
people
stuff
that
that
don't like-
everyone likes. I think that's what they're trying to do.
For the missions
To-
not in Rivals or Rockbox, and for the people that don't like Rivals and Rockbox, they've essentially not added anything. The game is the enemies you interact with, the game you interact with hasn't changed.
Yeah, and this is why I once again I'm leaning more towards agreeing with you on the enemies taking up that equipment slot, or at least it's possible that that's entirely, but I mean at least in terms of
They are
effort, because the equipment is always something that everyone can enjoy.
unavoidable content.
Exactly, and I feel they want enemies to have them enemies in that same basket, that everyone will like them and want to see them, or they'll just become like a natural part of it. They could be as hated as the Splitters, but they'll feel as natural as well, at least.
Yeah.
But how many will there be? Because you can't put new enemies on the roadmap and there only be 3.
You can actually,
Unless-
considering they put new grenades in the game and there's only 4.
Well, that's a full
So
set.
that's that.
So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's no even full set of enemies.
Yeah,
For all
but
we know,
free
new
enemies was an
all
aside
new
to the
enemies
rock
needed to be
box.
was more than one.
That wasn't labelled on the roadmap. New enemies for season 3. That was just like it was like the bare minimum, just to substantiate the rock box as a faction. Is free
Yeah, but
enemies.
I think the new enemies wasn't new enemies. It was just new enemies to the normal pool. That was the point of it. Which means I think you can't. They never promised more than the bare minimum amount of enemies. They just promised that it'll be in the normal pool. Obviously, they should add more enemies, right? 5 minimum would be.
But that's
I don't know,
probably
like,
not
people
easy,
wouldn't
though,
get
is it?
pissed if there was about 5, right?
Well, I'm just saying,
That would be-
no, honestly, I would actually be impressed. I'm thinking about it now. Trying, at this stage of the game especially, trying to add more than 3 enemies to the normal pool of enemies, that's not easy. Considering how
No, not
accustomed
at all.
people are to like the current,
Attention.
Swarm
on the way. Repeat.
lineup. And how used to it they are, how like it's just what you expect, and when they break those expectations they need to be worth it. And honestly, it's
Well, the
possible
issue
that they
is-
could do too many by accident. Too many could
well,
just
as
be a
it
thing.
stands,
Even
though-
if they're really good, they could do too many.
I think wrong and right. 5 Glyphids would be too many.
Yes.
5 to everything would be reasonable.
Yeah.
I think 3 Glyphids, I think we're looking at, like, that's impressive, to be honest with you. They managed to, they were able to come up with more Glyphids. But, like, I don't know, like, there's plenty of other enemies that can have plenty
There's
of
also
other
different roles that
enemies.
they're not always there all the time. You know, like bosses and stationary enemies. You know, they're not
Yeah.
part of the hordes. They're part of the normal enemy pool.
Yeah, and like you can still add like biome variants, and that fall under the same kind of thing.
Yep.
Um,
It's stuff that you don't see all the time. But it's still part of the normal pool. It's not. It's kind of in its own bubble, but it is, isn't it? In a way.
I mean, like, you know, Corona younglings, that kind of thing, right? Like just an enemy that's part of the normal pool, but only in certain biomes. That
Yeah, pure,
fall under
those
a
that
reason.
feels like something they wouldn't do anymore. Like entire enemies.
No, not at all.
It's just completely locked to one biome. But they're not a variant though either. That doesn't match with what they do now. Variant. Oh dear. Variants themselves aren't off the table, but you know. Although stabber vines weren't too long ago, but there was just stabber vines.
It was a new biome. They had to add something.
New biome as well. Yeah. If there was a new biome,
Honestly, it would take that much to please these people because they're set in their ways. I'm sorry,
the people
but
you
they
were
can
talking about
add
earlier,
as good
like
as good
Dalio
of
or Valio, are you talking about?
a- yeah. I don't know. Yeah, Valio or the black one.
Black Valio,
Prior,
that's
I think
him.
His name is. Oh yeah, that. You could add anything at this point, and no, it's not enough. It literally, it won't be enough. Anyone that's expecting probably more than what we're currently looking like we're going to be getting, then that's it's tough, man. Like, I mean, obviously we're looking at more. Like, we're probably looking at like at least 3 enemies.
Oh
with,
well, I
like,
want
a
to say
solid,
that yeah, at least 3 enemies. Personally, I would say at least 4.
Never felt better.
As in, I think we are
preferably,
I think
but
we-
3
I think we're
realistically, right?
guaranteed 3. What I mean, and it's still reasonable to expect 4 or 5. More, you might be getting ahead of yourself. Although it wouldn't surprise me based on the roadmap. It would just surprise me for every other reason. But the roadmap, looking through the roadmap, be like, oh yeah, 5 enemies makes sense given what it's, or more than 5 makes sense given what it says here. You know, new enemies is a major focus. But when I consider every other factor going into it, more than 5 really impressed me.
I smell bacon.
They can take inspiration from DRG Reforged. I think they should. DRG Reforged is pretty fucking sick. But it's also a mod. And by that I mean... I don't know actually. No
What do you
idea.
mean by that?
I said something about mods the other day to someone on Reddit, and it was basically because DRG is still like being made. I want my experience of it to be what Ghost Ship are doing, not what anyone else has made.
Roger. Cleansing
Skyrim's never going to be added to by Bethesda again, you know.
Yeah.
So I'll mod the shit out of Skyrim. Or Terraria even, although it's still difficult to play with mods actually, because they are still working on it. I think that's why.
Yeah.
The DLG, until Ghost Ship stops working on it, I don't really want to play with mods. Because even though you can have it, I still feel like I'm being shown what I can't have. Because it's not official. And in my opinion, mods become an official part of the game's life cycle once devs stop working on the game. Right, let's go back to Revan's comment. My hope is Season 4 adds new enemies to the normal pool, and then a lot of people like them, and Ghost Ship adds more. What? More of what? More of the same type of enemies? Huh? I feel like they won't need to add more to the pool, really, after this update.
They probably
For
won't.
a very long time.
Yeah. They don't often do that. Like, they'll kind of just call it a day. If everyone likes it, they're like, cool, we nailed it, and then they'll move on for like another 3 or 4 years. Or 2 or 3 years. At least that's what they've done with all the other enemies.
Yeah.
Like, they nailed the Mac Terror and, you know, the Dreadnought and that, all that stuff. You don't see them adding that constantly, right?
No.
Like they nail it, move on, come back when it starts getting snailed.
Nail.
Snail?
I made a
Nail. Nail snail.
sentry gun needs
I think there's only time to add a nuclear exploder for Res. What is Res? It'd be season 4. No, you didn't spell nuclear wrong. Oh, Res is radioactive exclusion zone. Well, we'll have to, if that doesn't happen, we'll have to cross-reference the new enemies with the idea of the radioactive detonator and see if their reasoning holds up.
Yeah.
As in, are these enemies more valuable than the radioactive detonator would be?
These enemies all have to add something to the gameplay. Their words, right? We need to pull up their words and slap them against all the enemies they made. Because if they slip up, not that we're gonna berate them on like the stuff that they made, but that's it. Now you have to add the radioactive bulk. Like you broke your own rule, now add the bulk.
Also, the rad bulk is just part of the rule of, well, it's a couple things. There's the rule of cool, which is basically it would be fucking sick, so you should probably do it. That's good enough reason, in my opinion. And it's also just the fact that it kind of should have been there in the first place, given the existence of radioactive exploders. And I would... Okay, I wouldn't actually say the same, but I do find it kind of odd that we don't have frost exploders.
Cover rockbox boils with foam. The rockbox is contagious.
But we also don't have radioactive goo bombers.
Follow decontamination protocols.
So I guess you could call them out on that as well. And we don't have magma bombers either. Don't know what happened to those.
Vacuum here.
Yes, Nathaniel, that's exactly what you do.
Well done. This contagion spike has been neutralized. A celebratory decontamination process awaits you back on the space rig.
Ow!
Any moment now. Remember to avoid contact.
Legwork neutralized.
I should point out, that would just be us sort of calling out the guy who said that, really, isn't it? Because we don't know how shared his sentiment is about ghost shit.
I can't move. The damn
Yeah.
rockbox got me.
I guess. But it'd be more of a slightly light-hearted, haha, gotcha, now make the bolt detonate. Make the bolt detonate. Make the bolt detonate.
I was acting. But yeah. Revan, I don't... Are you paying attention to anything? Says, if this is just another season of mission-specific enemies like rockbox and robots, I will complete the battle pass maybe and leave if the game interests me again. You do know the one thing we know about this season, don't you? And something that has been confirmed
Literally,
has actually been confirmed by the teasers as well. Given that they've just been a couple, like just new glyphids, we are getting new enemies.
Rockbox larva splatter.
Straight up. New enemies straight up. How do you say it? I'm thinking the wolf from Puss in Boots. No, it's not metaphorically, not something else, not in any fancy way. I'm gay straight up. Wait, what?
I need more ammo.
Wait a minute, I need a resupply.
Resupply order.
Stand back. Supply
Revan is loopy again. The Reddit's rotted his brain.
Is Revan a Reddit man?
I don't know. I don't think so. Only goes on gun Reddit. I have a migraine and I am not always in the chat. I'm not talking about the chat, I'm talking about our videos that have got thousands of views. I'm talking about... You know, those ones. Because they're really good. There's no other reason, it's purely on the quality of videos. My question is how many of the permanent additions will be added to the general enemy pool and how many will be in the biome-specific pool? What do you mean the biome-specific pool? What biome-specific pool?
We don't know if there's any, we're kind of theorizing if that's going to be the case, but as far as we know, all of the things are normal. They're just like casual enemies, grunts, like, not like grunts, but like, you know, just your everyday enemy.
garden variety.
Because that's kind of how they trade.
Not ready. There's the target. Need more ammo.
But once again, we still know irritatingly little. Every time someone in the comments, right, and which is like often, probably like once every teaser, it's like, when's the season coming out? I always like, I don't get angry, I just get like sad. So I'm like, probably June. Around June. Like shit like that. Because we still don't know.
No, and they're okay with that for some reason. That's one of the things that does annoy me. They're just okay with it, no one knowing anything. They don't.
Yeah, it's
like,
because they're
get
kind of ass at communication. But they don't seem to understand / care about how comfortable people that play the game are.
What?
Like, people are not comfortable not knowing when the season's coming out, right? Like, people would be fine not seeing the teasers. They just want to know when the season's coming, so they can like prepare for it mentally and or physically.
What?
Players ain't ready. Platform.
Like,
Damn rock box.
I don't know, like book a day off or some shit, right?
Reload it.
No, I don't think that's part of it at all. That's not important. Oh, actually,
it's
hold
not
on.
not important.
Actually, I think about it now. I kind of
It's a
get
point of it. I mean, and another thing is like, you know, the people are, I mean, this was used, like, all they're really doing right now is hyping people up. And I think, well, that is true. People can only get so hyped without knowing when the actual thing's coming out, right? Like, you can only start getting hyped when you know
Yeah,
point
they
in time when you're getting hyped to.
they underestimate the value of information. We don't really have any.
Well, not just information,
No, I just mean
literally the number, the
yeah,
date.
but I mean that's a bit. That's a piece of
they-
information. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but
they don't seem to
information
share.
generally, it doesn't matter that
No,
much.
it does. It does because we haven't.
Not right now, it doesn't.
It will do.
Literally all anyone wants to know. They don't give a shit about these new enemies. They want to know when it comes out. that's all they want. And that's not something they're willing to give.
Monty, what is that? What am I supposed to say about? What are you saying? The bursting of the enemy is probably a regular enemy because it was in the dense biozone. There's so many layers to that I don't understand as to why you said that.
I mean, so far we know
What does that mean?
the second one, whatever the big bloody ass one, is at least 2 biomes. So he's definitely not biome specific.
Well,
There's a damn well chance if you were to relay the tape
that
that the
teaser,
Stingtail would be.
that teaser showed 3 different biomes. So, and
Right.
that's what he's talking about, the burster one. That's what he's talking about, the second one. So it was in 3 different biomes. That's how we know it's not a biome-specific enemy. Not because it was in the dense biozone. What does that mean? I don't. It's because we saw it in more than one. And then the Stingtail, yeah, I guess we did only see it in the salt pits, but I don't think there's anything. I don't want it to be.
The
Mm.
thing is, though, realistically, we think about it, it would make sense, right? You're thinking the same thing. If it was, you know, it would be the salt pits. Not that the salt pits needs a
No.
new biome-specific enemy,
No.
but it's that Stingtail specifically, with its corona-like tendencies and the fact that the salt pits is slightly corona-centric, it makes sense.
No.
But it's not. Doesn't make sense gameplay. Like,
No, it's a
it
scorpion.
doesn't
Goes in
need
desert.
more. All right, that too. In all fairness,
Yeah.
it goes everywhere. It should be everywhere.
I don't know what. Or okay, at least give us trapdoor spiders in Sonos corridors.
Ooh, yeah, that's something I don't want, but also
Yeah, not
do want, but
literally
also don't
trapdoor
want.
spiders, but you know, trapdoor glyphids.
Yeah, no. Well, just cut the fucking out of the glyphid trawler.
What? So it doesn't.
It's essentially the same thing.
It's a
but
trawler
it
though.
wouldn't be a glyphid.
It doesn't move. A trawler has to move. It's got to be on the move all the time.
Then Nyaka.
That's what I mean. Nyakas, I can't imagine them not moving. I can't.
Tough. Imagine it.
I can't. I literally can't. It just looks like a glyphid otherwise.
intercept course. Get ready.
Liquid piss launcher.
Getting supplies.
Well, I don't know if someone said this, but someone said at least. He either said this or it gave me this idea that the guy with the sack could heal other enemies, but it could also heal you with its juice if you kill it.
Maybe.
Like a pool of ichor.
Yeah, either way, I'm quite fond of that idea that him hopping is going to be the mechanic of whatever that does. That is something I've run with, and I've noticed other people have kind of picked up on.
Yeah, 'cause it's a sack. But yeah, he does look a bit weird. Like, he doesn't look. If you, I wanted to see that high resolution close up. It looks really weird. He looks less like a Glyphid than you think. It's like a shiny green colour, shaped very oddly.
The wave is almost over. Wipe out what's left.
Help us up! I saw concept art of a charge type enemy. Did you though? Oh, hold on, just general concept art. Because I interpret that as from Ghost Ship, but you don't mean that, do you? Hold on, no, what time is it? What did the Dasher do?
He just speed boosts everything around him.
Right. That should be the Glyphid referee. Glyphid booster. Wait, that's the new beer. It's in the Glyphid. Where's that beer?
Forget that. That's the other thing we're confirmed getting.
I made a platform.
Ready
Ready to use. Access provided.
You know what I'm getting? Hot and
I wonder what
bothered.
you're getting.
What does that mean again?
Horny.
Alright, good. I'm getting hot and bothered.
Try joy eliminated. Out there. Recharging.
I'm getting creeped out.
Why?
I'm in a vampire nest.
Frank of pay.
Oh,
Yeah,
well, because
yeah.
I was hot and bothered.
No, that makes me hot and bothered. But I shouldn't say that out loud. Because it will reveal a deep, dark secret. But luckily, there's no way of knowing what that is.
Sorry, I'm sorry for laughing, but you know that's fucking funny, right? So he said, it's just a slew of spelling mistakes and him correcting himself, and this is quite funny. Glyphid veteran, I think, still has a place. And then he said another comment. About half as common as slavers or guards, but does what they both do at once. Wait, no, slabser. Wait, slasher. Very auto-corrected to slabser. I don't think the veteran really has a place.
Which one's better again? Isn't it just the hybrid of the two?
I think it is. He's saying that's what it is. I don't remember it being that though. Actually, no, it was because it predated them. So I guess it was split into both of them. Oh right, about half as common. Yeah, it could. It could have a. It has a place, but not like a really distinct one. As in, its existence would probably be kind of neat, but it wouldn't add a lot.
Its place would fall under like an elite any of those two.
It would essentially
The
be
alternate
an
ones.
elite grunt.
Follow me.
Yeah.
As in, what they should do is make an elite grunt, or just let I don't know, whatever makes elite enemies just do its work, and have it like automatically make an elite grunt, and then just make that, reskin it, make it a glyphid veteran, and put it in the pool. That's what I would do. Called recycling. Oh shit!
Lock and loaded.
I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in plastic is fantastic. You can touch my hair. Address me
Speaking of
anywhere.
Barbie, I didn't realise the Guardians of the Galaxy movie was already out.
I did.
I saw reviews of it and I just thought people got in there early, but it's out quite a little bit. Apparently, good.
Yeah, apparently it's very
It's
good.
not really a surprise.
No, it doesn't actually surprise me.
If
you
any
kind
of them
doubted
had
it.
any
I
hope.
thought it was going to be good. You were like, I said, if any MC movie's actually going to be good, it's going to be Guardians 3, and you were like,
Yeah, well, I said that exact same thing to Tom like yesterday, so clearly I changed my mind. Not sure when, because I don't remember saying that. But it is.
I sort of thought, why does the boomerang stop the bulk if it doesn't stun it? Because, actually, I keep forgetting why it does that. Because, and the reason why
100% electric
no. The reason why I forget is because it doesn't. Because the oppressor still gets electrocuted, but it doesn't get stopped.
Oh, oppressor. I thought about. Wait, what?
Well, no, because I thought the reason the detonator still gets like stopped or stunned essentially is because the electricity has an 100% slowdown effect on it, not because it's done itself. But the oppressor still gets electrocuted, but doesn't get stopped. So does the electricity actually do that or not, or is it just the oppressor once again? I feel like the oppressor literally has like a toggle on where it just can't be stopped. It feels like. And by that I mean it doesn't because of ice, but I want it to. As in, I think the oppressor should freeze for longer, but it should be able to still be able to move while frozen. Literally, I genuinely adore the idea of the oppressor just being this fucking unit that just shrugs everything off. Obviously, it can be killed. It's not like it doesn't have the most help in the world, but you can't stop him
This is it. Try not to die.
from moving. I mean, personally, I'd like a Juggernaut. I mean, Juggernaut sounds different in terms of enemy type. I mean, like, the Juggernaut. So that would be like the ram. As in, you literally would be able to stop it once it starts moving. As in, once it starts its, like, ram attack.
Ram attack.
Ram attack. Honestly, some enemies have more than one attack. Stingtail could do it. He definitely got the horns for it.
Really did a number on the Clifford.
I feel like he's just more of a maybe elite guard bash. That's my like vision of it.
Yeah. I agree.
Plasma burster!
Hello? Hello, you done this.
Plague worm neutralized. Flares not ready yet.
I'm Michael Caine, and I was in the Batman movies with Christian Bale.
Abomination. Ouch.
Oh. When I did Batman, Christopher Nolan said to me one day, hello young man, I'm Christopher Nolan. I'm from the future.
Plasma deployed.
The best part of seasons are clearly the patch notes. You're not wrong. Well, no, but it's one of the best parts is Only because, and I find it funny that Tyler didn't realise this, because I knew going into the Season 3 patch notes. The best part is the weapon balancing patch notes.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. The rest of it is just describing everything we already know. Or everything that was in the trailer, basically. At least. If not already knew beforehand. All the weapon balancing, that's all the stuff that you don't hear shit about until the patch notes. Not even the trailer covers that at all.
Gotta wait for the recharge.
As much as I agree that the weapon patch notes are like up there as far as content, there's not often does it do that much. Like it does for like one weapon, right?
Yeah, but it's always exciting.
Yeah,
And
but it could be a lot more exciting.
No. I'm gonna have to disagree. Because no, there's always like a lot of stuff. Just because it's never a majority of the weapons even, but it's still a lot. There was like even GK2 got the brunt of it, but there was even stuff like the thing I got most excited about was gas recycling getting buffed.
Yeah, I mean
And it's
UPC
things like
got
that.
like
Yeah, and the
side
UPC,
rework.
yeah, and that.
I look, yes and no. I guess I agree with you, but at the frequency we get them, it's not enough.
No, I agree with that. but
Yeah.
it's also not that unbalanced though, so it's not really an issue in that sense. The game's not.
Because I think
actually
another
that
thing with
balanced
PvE games or games in general, the weapon balancing, arguably you'll never get it perfect, and that's kind of good, right?
It means it can always
Like if
change.
the game, yeah, like
it's
because
always
like
something
it just
you can
means like
use to shake things
overclocks
up.
will come in and out of being strong or weak, and it always feels dynamic. But as it stands, it's not dynamic because it changes like maybe twice a year. Yeah. So I don't know, it doesn't obviously have that part to it.
Yeah, I agree. But that's what makes it extra special.
Yeah, it will be really sick.
But it's
because,
not.
I mean,
It's not
because
enough.
if we both actually are right in thinking that they do like pick a weapon and they're like that's it.
I really
it's
hope
gonna
that's the
be-
case. I like that idea.
It'll be good.
Because that
It'll
means
be
there'll
very
be
good.
something every season that just gets like a facelift, basically.
Yeah.
And we talked about that, and we're like, oh, it's probably gonna be stubby. It's probably, I think.
Yeah, I think it's what everyone collectively agrees is not that good. Or at least like I feel like not that good is interpretive because I think everyone thinks kind of everything's strong. While that is wrong, I think generally the consensus is like everything's pretty balanced. But even then, people are willing to admit the stubby struggles a little bit more than other things. Same with the Sparta, which I hope the Sparta would get one. But I'm not sure. there's much
Sparta's
hope for
less
Sparta.
likely. There's not much. The
Yeah.
Sparta is, different. The stubby. Sounds crazy, but it's going to sound dumb. Probably make you angry. Stubby has more of a right to be strong than Sparta does.
It's a primary.
Yeah. Oh, and there was
I mean,
that. Well, no,
obviously,
no.
it's engineer primary. though, so-
Yeah, that's the thing. So that applies to least. It can't apply less almost. Actually,
Yeah.
it's like the worst thing to say that for than engineer primary. Oh, it's a primary, so it needs. Well, and what I mean by that is, and I don't really like this, but I think it is true. The Sabata just in concept is not supposed to be a very strong weapon, as well. And they would probably make it too strong if they tried to do anything to it. And I feel like for a majority of people, it's not too weak as well.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't mean it isn't too weak. I just
It's
mean
not in a
for
good
enough
place.
people.
I don't think anyone can think that. Like,
Right,
I
so a lot
mean,
of people do.
yeah, people that don't fit seeing an issue in it having one build that's strong or like two, right? It's got like EM Fire
What?
reboost. Which
What?
that,
What are you talking about?
which one's that one?
That's stubby.
Yeah, we're not talking about this.
No, I'm talking about Sparta.
Then yeah, people think it is alright.
Yeah,
Generally.
yeah. Exactly. There's also
Which,
that. That's why it's more likely to be stubby.
Which is once again I don't really give a shit about because I'll
that's fair
just
enough.
use the other options because
Unless it gets really
they're
fucking
both
good.
in their own right.
Unless it gets wild.
Yeah, like there isn't really anything they could do for Sparta that would make me use it. That doesn't mean I
Oh,
won't shit on it.
I was talking about the stubby that time.
Oh,
Well, but I'm thinking of stubby. Honestly, Electric Arc really takes over because the other tier 5 adds like 50 magazine size. No, not 50. It brings up 50. It adds 20. It's quite a bit of magazine size to add, but it doesn't compare to what Electric Arc adds in terms of how useful it is. But I brought up Electric Cherry, and I think that would work extremely well for something that also increases magazine size. It's like a little electric explosion centered around you, and it would like basically. And this makes more sense than overclock though. It would use up ammo when you reload to perform that explosion. A bit like T-dual weapons. How the explosion is dictated how much ammo you have left in the mag, but it uses up that ammo. That could be interesting. But just for the basic electric cherry effect, to replace or add on to that tier 5 would be pretty good idea, as far as I'm concerned. Oh shit.
yeah.
Die, you double-jointed freaks!
The Barter idea: replace damage to enemies on fire with the Bullets of Mercy effect and place a second tier 5 automatic fire. That's not terrible. It would be a different Bullets of Mercy though, because Bullets of Mercy doesn't actually apply to corrosion. And the Driller's one, it would have to be fire, frozen, and corrosion. It would be just those three.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Thomas, I have another name for you. Diminisher of Hope.
That's a pretty good name. Tom, you should rep that. No.
I'm just
Okay, you diminished my
fucking
hope.
up pretty bad.
Classic diminisher of hope.
I'm just better.
If you're so much better, then why didn't you have a kitten on your bed today? Huh?
But,
That's what I thought.
He's got nothing. He's lost for words.
I also realised that sounded bad.
Did it? Oh, yeah. Only if you're a sick, twisted bastard. Yeah,
Yeah, we're on the internet.
yeah, I know.
Like,
Because you have a kitten on your bed. Yeah, you know what?
no, I have a kitten in my bed.
No. Is it Kim?
it would have been nice if I could say kittens, because that sounds slightly better. Because either I'm hella pulling or I just have two kittens.
Hella pulling.
But only one of them actually
Hella,
came out.
don't ever say
The
that
other
again.
one is MIA actually. I should probably check on him.
MIA.
Mouse in action.
Assume you're here. Oh yeah, you two are both snoozing.
Snoozers. Nozzling.
Losers. Snozzing.
Always just like
Messenger.
look under my
People
bed and
crash on
they're both on
TDO.
my
That's because
clothes, and I
TDO is
just
pretty
see
bad,
two
but it's still
four
fun.
eyes looking at me.
What's Snozinger?
There's a retarding!
The Avenger was it the Avenger? The Avenger and the Infection Cleaner are the same. Those are pretty fucking sweet. Because they automatically generate ammo. Okay, I am failing so badly.
Mom's put a very annoying thought in my head. I think she's completely wrong, but she seems to think that Ripley's not eating enough, and now I'm worrying about it, even though it's wrong. Fuck does she know? She's not seen them in like at all. She's not
I'm
happy
getting
about it.
gaslighted by his mum.
Revan, stop defending the Sabata.
Fuck off,
was the
Revan,
best
you
gun.
piece of shit. That's why we put the thing on private, because of your dumbass, shitty fucking take.
Sheesh.
Pilot.
One
Oh,
more
Pilot,
couple
the
of
party's
months
joinable.
Likes the
this morning.
Sabata, Thomas.
Yeah, so do I.
Thomas, get out.
Shit.
Good gun.
It was so good, why isn't it that?
Like that?
Huh?
Crap's sake.
Checkmate.
Check bloody mate.
Who's mate?
You.
Not you anymore.
Oh.
Fucking Sabata like over here.
Sabata like her.
How do you like your Sabata, Thomas?
Good.
What?
It's nice.
You just say
Like
the
my
word
Sabata
good.
naked.
Oh, naked.
No, Reverend, I know that you would protect the Sabata with your life. Don't deny it.
Yeah, and I will take your life at a whim.
Hello, Thomas.
Let's play this smart for once, huh?
Harry, have you joined my game?
I have.
Interesting.
Is it actually Tom's game?
Yeah.
I'm just
Oh.
getting rid of all of the new stuff things.
I'm going to the
To new
toilet.
stuff. He doesn't like them.
No, you know how it has the bloody exclamation mark when you've got new
The one
things.
thing the Sabata has going for it is the sound design. Y'all are fucking violent. That was Nathaniel. That was... It's not, it's not terrible, but... Not one of its strengths. It's not...
Shut the fuck up! This motherfucker's constantly screaming, "Help me! I'm stuck in a barrel, help!" And I can't find the fucking barrel. It's getting on my nerves. Shit me! Turns out the guy calling for help was a radio on top of a bunch of explosive barrels. So I'm really pissed now. Spent this whole fucking time looking for it.
I'm gonna try electrical bolts.
You go, girl.
Oh, Harry's almost lapped me now. He's very close.
How close are you talking?
I'm 362. He's 339.
Ooh.
Mission selected. Your chariot awaits you. Move out.
Are you gonna join?
Me?
Yeah.
Play Deep Rock?
You don't have to.
I don't want to, so it works out.
Oh,
Not in the mood. Plus, I might have to go soon. I'm not quite sure.
I just-
Harry, grab the drink. Grab the drink,
What?
retard.
What? Why
Someone
are you
ever
doing
like
this?
talk to you while you're like asleep.
Why are
But
you
you're not
doing this
actually
mission,
asleep, 'cause
Tom?
obviously they wake you up, but you're not really awake, and then you fall asleep straight back after.
Why are we doing this mission?
Yeah,
Double XP.
but you're Tom. It's Why don't you do like the one that WXP that doesn't have haunted caves?
Because he wants to do haunted caves.
It's a lithophage outbreak.
That's much better.
It's not.
Okay.
So you don't like the Rockbox then, Tom?
No, I hate it.
Hurry up!
Doesn't matter. It's still better than a haunted cave.
Sequence initiating.
No, it's not.
I just received a one-time passcode from Amazon, and then I find a
Because
pair
I
of
can just
shoes
ignore
outside my
the
door.
haunted guy. I can't ignore the lithophage.
No, you can't ignore the detonator.
Yes, you can. You just run away from him.
Yeah,
You can't
not
run away from the lithophage. You have to do it.
you
I
can.
don't
Yeah,
do
but
it.
the face doesn't move, so you can get the mule away from it and safely use the mule, unlike with the.
There is no mule. It's an aquatic mission.
Holy shit, he's right.
Isn't that worse? Wait, what's going?
I don't know, but I've just gotten this pair of shoes out of nowhere, and they just
I know, I'm not
literally just
listening to
appeared
them,
outside
Rachel.
my bedroom door.
You like a Sparta, Tom. You just shut your mouth before I shut it with my better gun.
Shit. Better gun than what?
Which would be
Sparta?
literally
Any other
all of
gun.
them. Any other gun in existence would be better than Sabata.
These shoes.
Thing is, I feel like it's like there's like a line, right? Because when we shit on the boomstick, I feel like oh hee hee, like, oh spicy. But it's such a matter of fact that the Sabata is horrific. That I feel nothing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's good.
No, it's not.
Oh, here we go.
Well, it's not good. It's usable though. You just suck.
It is usable, but
You,
not
it's
fun.
usable. It's just that you don't have trigger finger and you don't have accuracy, which are the two things that are required to use the Sabata effectively.
And by effective, you mean still barely, if at all, equal to the other two secondaries.
No, it is when it's
No,
used
no,
accurately,
it's not.
hitting weak
No.
points. It actually fucking shreds.
Damn Thor!
It's very accurate. It's a very accurate gun. It's fucking hit scan.
Yeah, but you don't need to do that when I can. I actually have builds where I can two-shot Praetorians with the sludge pump.
Uh-oh.
2 normal shots. I don't need a
Honestly, I
Sabata.
forgot about the.
I don't care how fast
the
it
unknown
dies.
horror.
It dies efficiently. And when it's slowed down that much, it's basically dead already. Oh right, you need to be. Yeah, hold on. The guy's below, right below. There.
Okay, where's the compact dirt?
I thought you didn't feel like playing, Tyler.
I don't. But I died in.
This is
Redfall,
not gonna
so-
help.
Where's? Oh, here's the compact dirt. I'll just move on for now.
Since we're doing the primaries, not anytime soon, but I feel like I really need to earn the fact that I'm gonna talk a lot in those videos.
It's just the cryo cannon.
Yeah,
I know the sludge pump and the way it could get better than you do.
wrong.
I think it is wrong.
Fuck you.
I refuses to use blistering. Blistering process is weird.
I don't refuse to use it. I use it often.
Oh
I just not often.
no,
Whenever I do a dreadnought mission, I have blistering necrosis,
it's pretty cool.
which isn't not often.
Which is actually
I
very
have
fair.
blistering
I
necrosis in my pants.
made a attempt to, and a successful attempt, I should say, to make a build for it that it's useful all the time.
That guy in mission control.
And achieve
He
that.
really has a cozy job.
Blistering necrosis sucks.
Okay.
This is why we don't have Tom in those videos. As in,
Well, we
I'm
did.
so fucking glad. Did we?
Yeah, we did have him one, didn't we? It was the gun of primaries.
Oh no.
It prickles!
That poor video. Well, maybe he didn't deserve it. I don't know what I'm running. Oh, EPC, there's a bug.
Actually finished them as frozen.
Let's find the destroyed fruit nexus.
I hate nature.
No.
Oh, hold on then.
Hi, Tommy!
Fuck you, Thomas.
Hey, I need help.
You deserve to die a very, 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 very quick death.
Yeah, he's dead as fuck, bro.
There's our recharging!
No, I'm fine.
Couple things. What's that sound? It might just be the vampire. Liquid sound mixed with vampire healing, and I thought it was a. Oh no, it is a
What?
detonator.
Vampire healing sound? I haven't even noticed that there is one.
It is so loud and annoying. Like, it's incredibly annoying.
Oh my god, is that
Guys,
spitball?
is there a vampire sound?
Yes. If not, next game you're doing it.
A few more of these and I'll bleed out.
It's like a whoa, 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 whoa.
Hmm.
And it plays
No.
even if you don't get health.
Over here.
So it's like
This is
just
a
whenever
awful,
vampire kicks
awful
in,
cave.
or just like,
Yes, that's because there's no horror in it.
right? The
Right.
most fun horde type.
It's the
Is
best.
actually.
This is why I want
Yeah,
one
it
Apocalypse
is,
Warning.
but I think only Praetorians.
Hey,
really
Tyler,
close
here's,
behind, especially if you have a
Here's some
single
dirt.
target.
No flares.
I was looking for
Praetorians, I won't call it close.
Yeah,
it's
a really awkward
behind.
fucking place.
It's behind, but
course it is.
it's equal if you have builds for Praetorians. It's a lot of fun. If you've really got builds for them.
You gonna be alright?
Oh my god.
Hello, Crybabbo.
Not really, actually, but you know.
Oh, no, apparently, yeah, vampire doesn't
we
sound. I haven't noticed
Do I
it
want
at
to
all.
come?
Hey, do you wanna come?
Do I want to come?
Do you want me to come?
Do I wanna come? Sad to
This
see
feeling
you
goes
come.
both ways. Sad to see you come. Oh, the horror. That's the sound.
Yeah, it wasn't vampire, it was the unknown horror.
No, I know the vampire sound. It was a vampire sound playing over a normal Clifford sound that was then had the big guy sound in the background, and I assumed that the background one didn't occur. Big guy. It did occur. It's a ghost. Tarek told me you better
I
move.
just keep whacking Glyphids, and Skullcrusher Ale is like, you know, helping a lot with that, and I'm not noticing any sound related to the vampire.
You're using vampire?
Yeah,
Then you've got it turned off.
How
'cause
can you turn that
I'm-
off?
I don't know, sound effects.
I have
Like,
sound
it's
effects
so
on my
fucking
phone.
obvious.
That's one way to get to the next cave.
You open it up for you.
The fucking meteorite
That
just carved downwards.
is that the vampire
Wipe out the
sound?
rest and get on with it.
The vroom, whenever you kill someone,
It doesn't sound
medium-sized enemy with
like,
melee.
it's
Vroom.
deeper than that. Like it's like
It sounds terrible. I don't like it. It doesn't make sense, but it occurs constantly when you like literally. I drill into a horde of frozen enemies. It's that playing over itself
right.
like 20
I
times.
noticed
in,
it
like, a
then.
second.
Now I think about it.
Yeah.
I hear it now. That's because, but my sound effects aren't at 200%. That's why I don't hear it all the time. When they stack on top of each other, though, then it's very audible.
Requesting rock cracker package.
Yeah.
Rock cracking tools are coming your way.
Jeez.
Hello, Crybabbo.
Fuck off, like, why are they-
Apparently, you've been
Oh my
silently
God.
watching your streams for a long time. That's fair. I knew you were there, though.
No, he hasn't been.
I knew he was
He
here.
sensed you. Oh, the meteorite's
Wait,
gonna be pleasant.
This is
the
not
big guy.
going to be pleasant. This is how bad
It's
Haunted
coming, by
Caves is. I don't respect it as part of the game at all.
Oh, I slipped. I slipped again.
Yeah, I think that is worth mentioning. You know, like they didn't make bad decisions just suddenly with seasons. They've been making bad decisions for a while.
Yeah, but Haunted Caves was never like
Just
the
not
most
very
important
impactful
thing
one.
at any
No,
given moment.
it's always just been an occurrence, a side gig.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Uh-oh, unknown horror. I think we've probably done like 20 unknown horror missions.
What the fuck is going on here?
Well, we know the numbers.
Yeah.
You can see it. How you move.
Now, how are we going to figure this out then?
Well, just not do it
Let's
then.
take a serious look in the eyes. Yeah.
Flares ain't ready.
Yeah, obviously. That was the obvious answer, but I thought you wanted to do it.
Platforms, please.
Why would I want to do it?
I don't know.
I don't like.
Oh, right,
I
I
don't
know
like.
that.
I don't like the new season.
Well, I think it gives
I
you
like
more
Rockbox.
XP.
I'm just ignoring it.
Well, thank God you only caught on now. You didn't, like, you know, get into it at the start of season 3, and you were like, I don't like this, I'm just gonna ignore it. for 8 months.
He did do that.
I did do that when he just started playing the new season.
Not new though.
In fact, he hates.
That's how I
he called it a
realised.
day
That's how I
with the
realised I
first
don't like
season.
it.
Yeah.
I didn't even decide. I didn't even play it long enough to decide whether I liked it or not. I just didn't play it at all. I played like once every like 2 weeks or something when you guys were doing a video.
Well, that's what I
did 4
mean.
missions.
You,
and stopped
you
again.
sort of ignored it unconditionally though. Now you know you don't
Yeah.
like it.
And I tried it, and didn't like it, and I'm still playing it.
Yeah, that's weird. That's the thing.
No, it's not.
Really, he just avoids it, right? You've avoided doing a life of phase mission. That's the point.
He doesn't know why he doesn't
And-
like it though.
Oh, we'll see.
Shit.
I mean, he's doing the.
I wouldn't go
There
back
you
up
go.
there if I were you.
I thought we weren't doing that.
So did I.
Light us
I
up.
don't know. I was just doing it, man.
I think we need
Where's
Then let's
the-
move on. Where's that dirt?
I don't know.
Right in front of you. Tyler, what you do? I just
fucking
pinged it
driller.
while you were up there. You were right in front of it.
What?
It was pinged
Where?
on the ping.
Oh, up there. What's it doing up there? No, it's already mine.
What's this? Oh my god. Can you fuck off, please?
Sounds like enemies.
Oh my god, yeah, there's enemies. Oh my, no, slasher!
Oh no, singular slasher.
What? It's not just a slasher, actually. There's a few more chaps. Of varying levels of difficulty.
Using that EPC build when I'm not
Okay,
close.
this is not going well, actually. Cool.
Oh, right, just
Alright.
leave him to die now. What are the shredders doing? They were all focusing on one guard. The fuck?
He's coming to me. He's
Aren't they
below me,
supposed
isn't
to specifically not do shit like that?
he? I would not know. I'm not the Shredder Whisperer.
I'm not either, clearly.
Pilot knows all shredder mechanics.
Does the armor break from turret whip function properly? Probably not.
AoE.
There's
armor
a,
break.
there's a,
I would say though that's not
there's a
really
rule for that.
the important part of turret
Is it
whip.
armor breaking? Does it work? No. It doesn't
If-
work. Assume it
Well,
doesn't
it's
in all
AoE.
circumstances.
Armor break. If it would armor break, if it's like multiple armor breaks at once, then it doesn't work.
Not like it really works anyway either.
It does. It
does.
It does. On something like the
Actually, I guess
GK2,
there is
it
an
really
exception
does
to that.
work.
Corrosion does work. There's a multiple armor break.
Yeah, but
thing.
it's a
Which I guess is
single
another
it's a
thing
single
in the,
effect that's applied to multiple enemies though that does it.
Lights up.
Yes.
It's not one.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
not
look,
one.
Kiwi, Tyler, go-
It's not one
go
instance of
freeze that.
damage that's doing it.
Yeah, I intended to, but I thought I heard a Kiwi. I guess I'm just
there
going.
is.
Oh, there is
no,
Kiwi.
there is. I keep saying, as soon as I think I'm about to get schizo, I hear that. No, I did hear right.
Put my beard on.
There's a guy there.
Harry, you suck. I should have let you die.
What the fuck?
They should add a thing when you ping an unknown horror where your character just says a bunch of gibberish, like he's being possessed or some shit.
Danger.
They should
Like,
do a thing where you ping an unknown horror that it leaves the game.
At this rate, I'll
You should be
box
able to
you.
exercise the unknown horror.
You should be able to kill it.
Like,
if you ping
as in, I
if you
propose a
ping
rework
goal
for this.
enough.
You should be able to suck it up with a lithovac.
Yeah.
You should be able to suck it off.
On a
When are they going to
quasi
have sex to do
serious note, I do think they should probably update some of these warnings.
Mainly this one
Like
Document, get ready.
this one,
And-
the parasites,
and
Yeah,
parasites.
parasites.
the big ones. I think, you know, with the new level that rival.
Well, we know exactly what
Then I mean
parasites
the
has changed to,
rival one,
right?
'cause I'm
I
ignoring
assume we
the-
agree. Parasites just changing to the Rockbook's version of Mactera Plague.
Combat positions. This one here.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Roger that. Supply.
Or at least not.
what-
No. Maybe not, because that might be a bit too much for like, just in general. But if they actually had made the infection mechanic, then they could infect enemies in real time, and you could stop them from doing that as well. And that would actually be interesting to play with. And it wouldn't start out inherently harder. You could kill the parasites before they actually infect shit.
Fuck her.
That's not how it
Fuck her.
works.
All three of them hit me.
Oh,
I don't actually know what's killing me.
there's a real detonator.
Get Tyler. He's,
Get him.
yeah, you see you in hell.
Unknown horror is ignoring
That's-
my
that's
electric
not
and it's
safe.
sitting on my body.
No, maybe not. Okay, don't then. Don't do it then. Stay away.
Bugs don't stand a chance. Booyah! Believe it.
Oh. Never mind, I'm not getting a Steve. Just fucking blew him up right in front of me.
Stream of incoming enemies is practically
Love this one. I'm not going to bother with the proper Steve.
well done.
Okay,
Better to have a
good
Steve
one.
than to not have a Steve.
Yeah, particularly like this sort. Oh shit, this sort of situation.
I actually didn't think I was in range there.
Oh my god.
There's
One's
2 of
dead.
them. Go get me, you might be able to do it. Taser bolt my body as much as you can. Get that chain going.
Taser bolt.
Oh my god.
Connect
Yes,
the two
you can
Praetorians
taser. Oh my God.
to the detonator.
Ah!
Whoa.
Careful, you're threading the needle there.
Whoa.
I know. Oh fuck.
You have... Yeah, get the hell out. Oh, thank god he died. Oh no, that was just my own. Alright, probably maybe
Pass your expiration.
lure them further away.
I'm running
and
out of
try and
ammo,
get
man.
them.
We afford a resupply.
I've already called one in,
Oh.
You grabbed it?
but it's no, it's in the wrong position to get it.
Yeah, I see, yeah, I see it.
Right, you know what I'll do? I'll chuck that over there, and then that will.
No, it will fucking do nothing. Get
It
the
will
hell
do
away
nothing.
from that. Look, just sit over the other side of the cave. Literally go over there, sit there, dick in hand, wait for about like a minute. Like,
Oh no, it's just gonna.
You got anything to do? Is there
Maybe.
like dirt there you can mine or some shit? Just to wait it out.
Well, there's not really much point doing that, to be honest with you.
Do
Oh,
not die to
oh.
this.
Right, there we go.
Go get Harry. There's a Praetorian on me.
I'll get Harry first. There's nothing on Harry. Praetorian's
Basically,
low, I'm pretty sure.
Harry.
Yeah, he is.
I guess I should just not do that.
Why,
Not do
Harry,
that.
you're a fucking moron. You are a fucking
Yeah, I was
moron.
I wasn't even
Right, Tyler,
I
I'm
wasn't
gonna
even
get
looking
you
at the
and get that
game.
resupply.
when
He dashed into both of them.
That's not the smart move, Harry. You don't want to be doing that, I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, it's pretty dumb.
Detonator's almost gone, so that would be good to do.
Oh, the horror. I thought we were just shot through the horror.
Uh-oh. God damn, Harry sucks, man. Just ridiculous.
Thanks for saving me.
Be back.
Who's he going for?
Probably your mum.
Reload.
Shit.
Pretty
the
easy.
other men in town.
So... What?
Damn, Tyler be roasting me. I'm just grabbing another one because I
On move.
feel like it.
Everyone be spit roasting your mum.
Fuck.
That's what your mum said last night.
Wow. Nice. That was pretty.
That's what she said when she saw my dick.
Wow. It's
I
so.
wonder how long I can do this.
Where is it?
That's what I said.
Ah.
Ready to shoot.
Oh my god. Fucking bastard, man.
Oh, come on, try and get to me.
Try and get some what?
Try and get to me. Go over them.
Fine, dude.
Got a Harry. Wherever he is where death is.
Yeah, death for them.
He is probably in the fucking... Death for them? Who is them?
What do you mean them? What do you? Wait, what?
The enemies
Maybe-
who were there.
Yes.
Yeah.
This way.
Man, that must suck us up.
I'm taking some of the ammo.
Yes. The enemies.
Some sugar.
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Hey, guess what?
Holy
Prospect,
shit!
Holy
Robot
shit, I forgot that was
time.
in the game.
I didn't.
Let there
That makes
be
it better than you.
Oh,
Apparently.
no. Oh no, I should have done this. Please, let me up.
Prospector.
Follow me.
Well, you got cryo, rip.
Pretty much. The long and short of it, yeah. Oh, there's he.
How they nerfed
This-
cryo. Make it completely fucking useless against some enemies.
I gotta watch the overheating.
Get him.
Huh?
Right, now it's
Boy, Harry.
flying away. You know, if we pursue it, we're going to run into.
Hey, what's this? Hey, there's a patrol bot here, guys.
No, big H.
Oh, whoa, there's
Oh,
two
it's coming back
actually.
down.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
Not ready.
It's three of them actually.
There's a couple.
Red and destroy.
Scanner just lit up like a
Oh no.
That room, next room is not habitable. Don't bother.
Yeah, but this tunnel is.
One sentry gun
Alright.
ready to be built.
It's nothing better than a wide tunnel.
You guys can call in a resupply if you feel like it.
No.
I don't actually.
I'm not the enemy.
Can you stop walking in front of the fucking tank? By the way, we're not going to be able to stay in this thing for long.
No,
are we?
no. You're right, everything just.
No, we will. Look at this. I'll just put a bunch of shock things down or whatever. You feel me?
I feel like you don't know how to use them.
No, I don't. I'm just giving it a go.
Fair enough.
That's the spirit.
But maybe don't give it on the hardest.
I
Fire
also
a
feel
bunch
like
of
you
them.
didn't realise why I said we can't stay here for long.
Because of the unknown horror.
Yeah.
Oh look, press it.
That will teach you.
Damn. He did. Oh my god.
No, he's gone.
Oh my, Tyler. I fucking die now. He froze me.
You shouldn't have been frozen.
You're right. You shouldn't have been. You're right.
Nah, he makes a good point though. Like, if I didn't want to get frozen, why did I get frozen?
Well, that's
Just saying that.
that's a terrible point. Tyler, we're gonna need some help. But as in, you could
yeah.
dig away from it or something. That's what I was thinking. But maybe
No,
we can
we
get
just
past it. I got past it.
I'm dead.
Okay, that's interesting.
Praetorian.
That's
spray.
interesting. Wait, is that just a
Oh, I
vertical?
can't res you.
Vertical, isn't it? Oh fuck. Nothing worse. Literally nothing worse.
Well, I mean, I think this is Harry.
Light is up.
Did you need to shoot me?
I didn't. I wasn't shooting at all in the last 10 seconds actually. So probably wasn't me.
Down the hatch.
Probably wasn't then.
No.
Probably
It might have been me.
No, I don't think it was you either.
Oh my god, I can't deal with
Probably
these
did you
control
shoot
bots, man.
yourself?
They're not.
Hey Harry, let's go back. We're gonna go cover resupply.
Oh
No,
my god,
you are.
dude.
Oh, but
I think there's only one. Anyway.
Like in all my dreams.
Oh my god.
Which I'm serious.
Ah.
For some reason, my dreams have a very high, like, very often is it like going from place to place instead of like actually being somewhere. And very often I spend that time trying to meet up with you.
Oh.
And I obviously will as well. And that's like, that's why.
That's why you don't like dreaming.
I don't know. Yeah, it's up there. Oh, fuck me. There's 3 of them.
Is that why the prospect got activated?
Free of
I didn't
what?
even touch
It's back
it.
there.
It was just,
Bit
yeah.
Hey. Can this fucking patrol bots stop fucking moving, please?
I'm running
Oh,
for
the unknown horror's
goddamn
coming
life.
down.
Need to dig through at least then.
Just realised we got a
You've got time
prospector
to dig
and
through.
a meteorite in this.
Oh, do we?
We could get a data cell and a plague gun.
Yeah, but we won't.
Alright.
Uh-oh. Oh my god.
There's a lot more coming
Plenty-
there.
Not even close, baby. Not even close.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Oh, hello.
I narrowly avoided all of the platforms.
Now, how are we gonna
That's impressive.
do anything? Because
well,
all the there's like a
brought,
lot of stuff
I
in
brought
there.
patrol bots.
bought patrol bots. How
And-
much?
Yeah. Like 3.
They
quite cheap.
were free. My goodness.
Oh, don't worry, they're not leaving my body.
I missed my power attack. Oh my god. Jesus.
Okay, no, they're coming along nicely.
Coming along nicely.
Hey! Hey, put me down!
Hey!
Harry. Harry, you can shoot it, you know. Thanks.
Tom? Thomas?
What?
You were
alright?
very close to getting crushed.
Thanks for telling me. I actually would have just. I mean, honestly, right.
We
I
didn't
was
tell you. Oh
probably
my god,
gonna
that
do it,
patrol bot
But,
got.
but you telling me did not make any difference because
No, it didn't, I
told
could
me
tell.
exactly. It just
Yeah.
chanced that I decided to. The right way.
Probably
We need
not.
to go back and get all that Morkite.
Yeah, I'm going back. but I
Oh,
don't
okay,
know-
good. Right.
And this looks like a dead end. I haven't got the best sense of direction. I'm trying to find
Yeah,
it.
I've got a sense of erection. By that I mean I've got an
This-
erection.
Is this
Do you see where my thingy is?
Oh look, it's hackable.
I give up.
Look at the location.
Okay.
I can't find it.
One sentry gun, ready to be
You
built.
never even
direct
looked at
me.
your map.
Oh yeah.
Sentry on.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it turns out I was going the right way. I just
Just
didn't
decided
realise.
that it wasn't the right way.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel
What
like
a
the right
whim.
way. Even though it is.
Shit, I thought it was a lot further back. I guess it didn't fall very far.
Yeah. We landed like
Felt
right
very
next to
long
us.
amount of
Oh, my
distance.
that's
control
in a very
so
short
got
amount of time.
exploded.
Oh my god, that actually goes further down.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Not
Sorry.
much further down, really, though, is it? Like,
No, but it does.
Oh, sorry,
You gotta-
Yeah.
Monkey,
you
if you're
gotta-
still here, you asked how far we got in RoboQuest. We don't know. We got.
We've yet to get
it's
the drone
ener-
guy.
Yeah, that's true. We got to the energy
We've
center.
reached.
I don't know how far that is.
We've
I think it's quite
we've
close to
reached
end.
the
hey
second
Tyler,
boss stage.
Hey Tyler, I'm full on Morkite.
Well, Molly's here, so deposit. Yeah, so we don't know how far we are, but you would know how far we are with that information, I would imagine.
Assuming you're still listening.
You're
That
like
was not a
10%
recent
through.
comment. No, we're not.
Right.
We're definitely not. Definitely much further than 10%.
Sorry.
I'm thinking we are literally like there may not be another boss, like because they haven't added the final stage and
It's
they
weird,
haven't
isn't it?
added
It's like
the.
I actually like it though because it's
Final boss.
what's there is so fucking polished. It's just not the
Yeah.
whole. It's just not the whole game. But it's not like any part.
Yeah, there's
it's-
just so many
it's-
more
it's
branches
just,
to
but
be
what's there is
developed.
finished though. It's just not.
Yeah.
They just haven't done all that they're going to do yet. Overall.
Yeah, and as much as I kind of like them to like new
Oh,
new
no.
guns, it doesn't seem like that's really like they just did that. It seems. They added
Harry,
shit
watch
to it.
out.
I know.
I'm gonna look at that room up.
Unknown aura.
I like looking at that roadmap because it's like an actual roadmap, and I'm not used to looking.
No. Us DOG fans aren't used to roadmap. Don't know what they are really. They're a bit-
DRG fans, when they see a map that actually tells them anything, I want to make that a stereotype.
Go on then.
Who do I get in touch with?
Jacob.
The Russians, sorry.
The Russians.
I was going to say it's not that easy to get in touch with them, but it actually is for me. I probably just have
What
to
was that?
ask them.
Why did you say for me? I just.
Well, for me and any other
Hey,
content
hey,
creator.
I've been
obviously.
grabbed. Oh my god, I got grabbed. Jesus, I get grabbed.
I mean, you
and
probably wouldn't be
comboed by
hard generally,
everything.
but-
Like just holding me in front of
Oh,
them.
hello.
Fuck
I forgot
me.
about you, and or didn't notice you there, and or forgot about you.
I blame you guys entirely.
That's fair.
Should have stopped me from getting grabbed, to be honest. Fuck this guy.
Gotta wait for the rates on.
Kill him, there we go. He's fucking dead. That guy's been pissing me off lately.
Lately.
Yeah.
What do you mean with that?
There's nothing like doing something and reminding yourself of why you don't do it.
What's that?
Haunted missions.
Yeah,
This hasn't.
I regret this.
Well, thanks.
See? It's worked. It takes, you know, that kind of thing.
A good idea.
Like, I don't know what the exact thing is, but I know we've done it. Like,
Yeah,
a
how do
couple
I
times,
use
so,
electric thing?
You shoot an enemy, you make them electric, you then do more damage because they're electric. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's all they're really for. The tying together doesn't really.
Need the mule right here, right now. I'm
Well, it
getting
does.
too old for this crap.
Not if I don't say so.
Basically, they need to give you lithovacs while on 100k missions,
Da-da-da-da-da.
and then you can suck it up, and then it'll break out at some point. But if you don't suck it up, it's like just outplay for a while,
Industrial lithovac.
and then it has to cool down as well. Then vac has to recharge or something. Industrial, it's like a giant one. It's like like the size of the Retta, but it's just a hole.
Hey, Tom?
What?
He's
Oh.
been there since before I got it, and he was
You just
just
watch
staring at you.
It should at least go away
Yeah.
once you're in extraction.
Getting more ammo.
No,
No.
Gabe's haunted, eh?
Yeah, but we're leaving.
Oh, I have enough Morkite.
I'm gonna say this,
Go on then.
knowing that I'll probably take it back.
Oh.
I'm not actually that fond of the new looks of these new enemies. Gameplay-wise, I like it, but they are so radically... Like, they are clearly not meant to look or fit in, right? Like, Brundles and Trijaws are so clearly Macteras. And, like, they use the exact same, like, palette and, like, look and, like, that shit, right? But these ones, they really feel like... Fuck it, we don't care. Either that, or, like I mentioned, maybe given the time, there'll be, like, the deep variants or some shit, so it will just kind of tie them all together. But as it stands, they... doesn't look like they made any attempt at making them look like Glyphids.
Tyler,
If they are them.
that could, and you did say you might take it back, but I'm immediately going to jump in and say, could just be down to them being new. They might just fit in a bit, like after a while.
But there's not a
No,
Glyphid
it's
with,
really
like,
Tyler. It doesn't matter
black
how
and
aware
red
you are.
tips
No. It doesn't
that
matter
is
how
normal
aware you
size.
are. It's really hard to like divorce that. Like it's so subconscious. It's really hard to think around it. Even if you think you're thinking around it, you think, oh well. Even though I know that I might be biased because they're new, it doesn't matter. It'll still affect how you look at them.
No.
I'm just saying that, like, the Brundle and Trijaw, like, palette, like, 1-to-1, clearly Mactera, clearly taken inspiration from the Mactera spawn, right? These ones have nothing in common with Glyphids other than probably the amount of legs they have. Like, that's, like, it. And considering they're going to be amongst a normal pool, I don't know. Like, once again, I think it could easily be explained. Just as it stands right now, they feel weird.
Harry, did you just call in a resupply pod when you're not host?
Yeah. Tom,
Where
I'm
is
always the host.
The resupply is here.
Good work. Objective completed. Escape pod can be called
That's
via
what you
the
get.
Can I get your attention?
Secondary objective completed. Make it
Haha,
a to
no, you can't be kicked. Wait, that doesn't make any sense.
We're sending in the drop pod. Head for LZ.
Man, this Harry guy
Oh,
sucks.
Tom.
Oh,
Sentry set.
I'll just bring it over.
Alright, well, you have signed yourself up for that now. Actually, if you get there quick enough, you can bother it. So you got there quick enough.
You got there quick enough.
You guys, this guy came over.
Yeah, but now he's behind, kind of behind us.
5 minutes.
Oh,
the
you know
mule's
what?
gonna go through his hull.
fuck, damn it. I mean, it's quicker. I assume.
Yeah, as long
Gil's
as we can
going
go
there.
through his hole as well.
I want to. Oh my god. The boomerang almost just kind of fucked me there because I threw my boomerang at like 2 Macteras and it just didn't register that they were there and didn't hit them, and they just shot me.
Hmm. That is to do with if you're too close to them,
I want-
basically.
I want more fuckers that do this, but like on purpose, right? Because this is like just
Yeah, I want a giant worm that does
because they're
this.
so big that they have to kind of like
It looks like what
carve
giant
their
worm
own
is
way.
behind.
Same with the dreadnoughts and this and like presses and that. But I want
Yeah,
an
I
enemy
want-
that
why
is
isn't
big
there
because
fucking,
they
like-
want it to do that.
The,
Like the
I don't
tunnel
know,
worm.
the
or
trawler.
whatever from,
Trawler. Why do
uh,
trawlers do this?
Drop departing in T-minus 4 minutes.
Made little burrows.
Probably because I don't know. I just realised it's made the sandbox corridors is made of sand and stone.
Oh my
so
God.
It wouldn't just fall in on itself.
Oh right.
I'm so fucking
Oh,
lost.
this is what the jaws are for. Yeah. It's not dealing with that.
Yeah, see, they threw something at me, and at me as a driller was like, "Fuck you," and then just ignored it. Scout can also do that, which is why I acquired my Scout. Gunner would have been fucked. Gunner was dead in that situation. He lost.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh, hello you.
oh my god, I actually forgot about him. Again.
Didn't we all? We did. We did.
Gonna-
We did. We could.
I mean, he's in
Yeah.
the room with the thing. As long as he doesn't fuck off all the way down.
Initiating launch sequence. Deep Rock Galactic thanks you for your good work.
Oh my god, fuck off! Like just running around like.
Okay, this
fight,
is actually very
get, like,
dangerous.
2 seconds of safety and
Oh,
then
yeah.
Victorian shoot him in the ass. Go fuck yourself.
No.
Alright, the door's open. One of us could probably sit in here.
Maybe you should.
Oh my god.
Seems like you've elected to do that anyway. Oh,
Well,
okay.
realistically, I'm gonna do the least of the prospect. As in, fuck all.
I knew all those ads playing video games would pay off.
But where is it?
I don't know.
I've lost track of it.
Tom, you got an eye on it?
Fucking hell. Stay in the pod type.
Ah.
You're edging. I don't like how close you are.
I need
Coming out the pod.
for my build. Mean killing machine.
Did we go get an eye on it? Like, check. Actually, don't matter. Get in the pod. Get in the fucking pod. Get the fucking pod! Get away!
There ain't no points given
Alright.
for shooting your teammates.
Explosive!
Oh, you suck.
Dum dum diddly dum dum.
I like how these seats, you don't sit in them, you just walk in them.
Yeah, it's because they're already
I like
sitting
that.
down. Naturally.
I don't think that's how that works.
That's because you're not thinking big enough.
It's actually getting pretty interesting how the build that I loved most in this game I actually don't like anymore, and that's kind of really pissing me off. Like, I'd rather use like anything other than that.
Same.
And I can blame Thomas.
What?
It's all your fault.
Is it?
Alright.
Yes.
Alright. Oh,
Good point.
job well done.
Of course it is. I'm always making good points.
Yeah, you think that, but you're wrong.
No, I'm right.
So you want experience, do you, Thomas?
Just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
There you go.
Get on board the drop pod, team. Mission is ready.
You know what stupid does he look? And you look pretty stupid. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chim.
Don't worry, guys. I got the sliced out.
Okay.
Never felt better.
Come on, guys, we're leaving.
Drop sequence
I
initiating.
just-
Fasten your
what's-
You
seatbelts.
guys gonna get the drink? Or...
I just can't remember what the other one is called. Ever.
Drink.
And then I will, obviously.
What,
at the
Skull
moment.
Crusher Ale?
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Don't know what guy I am gonna be.
Hey, Tyler, did you remember to get the drink?
No, he didn't.
I didn't. No, we had it, so I didn't forget, I think.
Oh yeah, I thought we should have said
how
it
that-
3 times instead of just 2. Fucking retard.
Yeah. I mean, I may have heard it when I said what drink, but I disregarded it, like, from my head.
Only danger.
That's quite
And
cool,
you
actually.
as a person, I think.
Come on, throw some
Like, I don't regard you as the person with feelings or
Hey,
existence.
look at the depth.
Wow.
That's pretty nice, actually.
We should have gone down 0.8 more.
This is a salvage mission.
We should have.
Previous crew lost their main mules.
We
to the
didn't,
drop pod
so,
and
you
their
know.
lives in this
No,
Fuck
you,
me.
Is that just a randomized
mean
number?
0.8?
I realise now. That's like a thing.
I think they have a range for each like place, right? It's like they're all
Yeah, each biome.
each biome is
Yeah.
relatively the same depth, but obviously the number isn't the same every single time. That would be weird. Which I was thinking about that. Obviously, I knew that, but seeing that made me realise. Hold on, I just realised it's not the same every time.
I die a little inside every time I have
Obviously not, but I thought about it.
Hey, Tyler, there's some dirt here. You fucking shit, you're so
I'm
shit,
glad we
man.
have someone to carry our rocks.
Suck shit.
Fuck.
What? What happened?
You knew that was coming.
Yeah. So I tried running away, but I was too late.
You didn't consider that I would kill myself if it meant detonating it quicker.
Yeah, I thought I was in safe range because I was in your range.
Well, I don't know. Oh no, this is my
Harry,
big
can you stop
range.
mining fucking gold when we're both down, you retard.
This is my caretaker satchel, so I have the max range, so I can hit all of its eggs.
Oh.
So apparently I'm using my thingy. I'm using Ice Storm. That's gonna be nice.
Great, Ice Storm. Everyone's favourite.
Did you have to stand in the way? Fucking retard, Harry.
Rocks and stones may break
Thank you
my
for
bones,
mining that
but
for
steel
me.
will never hurt.
I didn't mine it, you mined it.
I'm feeling
Did I? Oh, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to mine it.
So let's. I'm gonna aggravate all these swarmers and just leave them for you.
What about me?
But
There's
I'm
nothing
ahead of
can do
you.
about it.
Jesus Christ! Oh my god!
Uh-oh.
Oh shit me! Oh shit me!
Yeah, it says salvage op, so this room is like the worst. Oh my god, it's a hooly hoarder that I'm gonna ignore.
There you go. You ignore it, guys.
Ignore it.
Actually, no, I will actually. I will try. Let's see if I can get it. I jumped to my death.
So it's gone well then.
Clearly.
What's this guy looking at?
What are you?
Not much. You fucking retard. Big grip.
Oh, mosquito, stop saying that.
What? Oh my god, there's another one!
The
Fuck
word.
off.
Put some shells in the
Oh,
shell
Lord.
back.
Rip.
This is not for children.
Yeah.
Oh, for children.
Actually, there was what. There was the night before Rockmas you put as for children, which was
Did I?
yeah, you did.
Are
And
you sure it wasn't you?
we tanked it.
Bro, Spitballers
No,
are
I
gay.
didn't do that. You fucking did all of that. Why would I do that?
Spitballers are actually gay.
When you could. You wanted
Oh,
to.
the freeze breeder already.
He can't.
Why?
He's got Ice Storm.
Oh.
It's nice that he listens.
Who? Me?
You.
Harry res me already.
If you tell me what you're using, I'll remember it quite well.
One sentry gun.
What am I using then?
You haven't told me.
Yeah, I have.
No, you haven't. Shut the fuck
So
up.
using
haven't.
electric
Don't
bulbs.
fuck with me.
Bro, I literally told you like 2 months ago.
That's not what I meant.
And what did
Well, you said that if I tell you the build, you remember it, and I told you the build and you didn't remember it. So forgive me for fucking thinking that you were telling the truth.
Fuck.
One sentry gun ready to be built.
you? But I fucking hate Ice Storm.
Sentry.
I fucking hate how Waste actually recommended it as one of the better builds of the fucking Grogan.
Did he?
I'm gonna take this guy. You're mine now.
And stay down, stinky.
That's because Waste is a moron.
Who?
No.
Isn't he not?
He's a new up and comer that's
Smash those eggs before they hatch.
annoying.
He's an up and comer.
His spin
Oh my
thinks
God.
he out tier listed us. Yet his tier list wasn't 9
9 hours long.
so
Yeah.
how much can he really out us?
We're gonna kill that
It's
breeder.
fucking lit. Shoot it, I can't do shit.
Oh, I missed.
I'm not the most single target inclined today.
Hey Harry, watch out, there's a cave leech coming for you.
Shit, you're right.
Your own fault.
No, there's not, Harry. Do not look up.
No, there is. I looked up and it killed it. I'd like to.
Did you just say that I'm lying?
Oh my god, there's a shell black.
What? Why would you say that? Why would you s-
Well, what colour are they?
like a really dark blue?
Like, he's not racist, he's just saying facts.
Are you
know what I
saying there's something wrong with black, Harry?
Yeah.
Harry, dude.
The mule is working again.
Sentry gun needs assembly.
No, I'm not actually. Sorry, I take that back.
Rock
What
and
are you
roll.
doing? What are you doing? Honestly, Rhyme Tech Cryo Cannon is one of the best things ever.
Where he
Yeah.
takes it back, like he tries to take back slaves.
Oh my god, I didn't realise that was a big
Slaves are
goal.
good for the economy.
Yeah, some are
Yo,
foreigners, doesn't mean we like
you
them.
heard it here first, folks.
It was a jonk. It was a jonk.
Well,
It wasn't a
no,
joke.
there's no
Clip
such
it
thing
without
as a
this
joke.
bit.
I was
Clip
having-
it without this
I was
bit.
just having a
Yeah.
strong.
The first part.
Clip it without context, guys.
Yeah, it's the cool rad internet thing to do.
And then the clip would be titled "Harry advocates for slavery without context."
No, they wouldn't say without context because that would imply that there's context.
Well, there is.
Yeah. No, it is not.
No, there's not. As far as the news is concerned, everything only occurs in the short period of time that they choose. Nothing
Yeah.
before or after will change anything that occurs.
I just
in
don't
the short
understand how
time that
people
they
can
care
bring
about.
themselves to like actually lie. Like, how did these people? They're fucking evil.
People lie over the internet. How
I mean,
did they
I
do
mean
that?
the actual news. How can you be like you fucking suck? You're supposed
Money.
to tell people like, what's going on in the world.
Money.
It shouldn't
Money.
matter. I don't
Yes,
understand
it
why
does.
people suck so much. I don't.
Money.
I know it's money, but why can't we just get? Why can't they see past the money? Why is that so
Money.
important? Oh no, I'm gonna hurt myself in a moment. That sounds bad.
You won't, because you don't have any money.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
go on then.
You don't.
Hurt
You
yourself,
don't have the
Harry.
means.
I've got money.
Yeah, all
You got
from your
debt.
student
Don't-
loan. That's what you got.
You ain't got money. You got debt.
You guys want to know which university Harry goes to and what course he studies?
The fuck.
No, but I'm sure they'd love to hear about yours.
Mine.
Yeah, Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want me to tell him?
Yeah.
What? Why do you
Oh,
want him to tell
I
me?
go to Canterbury College. My name's full name Thomas William House. I study combined science level 3 at year 2.
Tom's doxed
That
himself
actually sounded like a genuine like introduction there.
again.
You guys want to know my address as well?
I feel like he doesn't.
We will
I feel,
mention.
I feel like there's a part of Tom that almost doesn't believe we're actually like live.
Yeah. Oh what? You going now?
Steve's getting fucked up.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Steve's getting fucked up. One more hit. There you go.
That thing almost took my beard off.
I'll avenge you, Steve. Ow.
Probably should have helped him while he was fighting, really. Yeah, well,
Yeah, well, I was talking to
waiting
my
for him
dad.
to.
Yeah, but your dad's gay, so you should just not bother.
Yeah, well, I gotta go now anyway, so you guys got this. I'll just die and then you can probably learn in the drop pod.
What? Why? Why there? Why not somewhere else?
Because that's when you're gonna be fighting, you bloody retard.
Yeah, why would you bring them up? Oh, well, okay, maybe that makes sense.
The evil man is gone here.
Yeah, but now we're like, you hear that?
No.
I don't know.
Alert! Meteor
No.
fragment headed your way. Clear the marked zone immediately.
This technology makes Molly.
Turn around.
I don't see anything.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely.
Heading back.
I remember the trailer of season 3. I remember that the first like clip of the meteorite coming down was in Spider Zone.
Side of the drop pod.
Autistic.
Stand by to receive rock cracker package.
Is it autistic or are you just brain dead?
Autistic.
All mules secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection between the pod and the space rig. Set up the uplink.
I think my teeth are falling apart.
Okay.
My boots! My poor boots!
Thanks for that. My teeth
All
hurt now.
handlers read green. You can start them up when ready.
Rock cracker, ready to go.
I smell bacon. Platform.
Hey Harry, once we're done with this, do you want to,
It's armed and ready.
you know,
No.
alright. As mentioned, I might go soon. I really don't know.
Are you doing?
I think
do you know-
I
do you know-
heard while I was like sleeping, but like not sleeping because I just got woken up,
Ready to shoot.
that
loaded.
we're gonna go see Granddad in hospital, and that would occur around
Access
like
provided.
5:30. But I am not sure.
Speaking of replaying
Plus it's
Castle
Andrew's
Crashers, are you,
birthday, so-
Monty? Good enough game. Pisses me off though. The enemies are really tanky. Castle Crashers is not hard. I realised this last time I played it.
It's not or is.
It's not. It's really not. I just remember being disappointed how easy it was last time. Kind of. I just got through it quicker, I feel like.
Point on it. Obey me. Watch out!
Oh, I'm beginning to fall asleep.
You need to keep all
Cannot
rock
quite
crackers
stand
running.
playing this game at the moment.
Currently the case. Get on it.
Jackhammer is offline. Gotta fix this spot.
I really don't think new enemies are going to fix it.
Ready.
All rock crackers are green. Let's keep them that way.
Reloading. Eat that. Yeah.
Well. Hey,
What's your young blind-sided?
this is my rock crack. It's my
Oh,
precious,
sorry.
precious little boy. Precious little rock cracking technology.
Reloading.
This is technology.
All that's left is to deposit the core.
This is lo-fi hip hop
What?
on Radio Hard.
Radio?
Let's follow the mule to the
Hello,
drop pod.
fellas.
The meal has been recalled and we have 4 play cards to deposit.
Yeah. It's called throwing, Harry. Have you never done it before?
Yeah, I've got to throw the play cards towards the drop pod. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And then the other one was.
No. You meant throwing, as in look at all that shit on Tom. I want to kill him.
Suck on this, you freak of nature! Platform!
You're gonna burn in hell.
Took out a loot bug.
You're gonna hell and burn.
What the fuck?
Really much better.
You're gonna burn Helen.
That ain't right. That ain't right at all. You're crazy.
Down. Be gone!
Oh. Oh.
Not me! Loaded! Steve is dead! Long live
I killed Steve.
Long live the Bing.
Supplies are on the way.
I think we should collect those Ebo nuts. The Tom.
Oh, I'm Mr. Loser over here.
Sentry done! Go get him, boy!
You're just doing his mission for him. Not mine. It's not my assignment, it's not yours.
Is it even his assignment?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Wait! What is the difference between rock
What?
He
You,
was
you
doing
don't
double
believe
XP.
me?
ready to kill some more
Yeah,
straight?
it was still his assignment mission.
Much better.
Uplink ready. Triangulation.
It's pretty lucky.
initiated. You're jeopardizing the mission. Get back to the triangulation zone.
Oh right, this is going to be slower.
Freaks, die!
I'm taking some of the ammo.
And more enemies.
Well,
What do you mean?
isn't Tom supposed to alleviate that?
Yeah, I guess more enemies that spawn.
Look at that
but I
Victorian.
guess not.
Go for Tom.
Triangulation at 50%.
Pretty big W in my opinion.
Just going in on it.
Like that spray is
Oh shit.
clearly.
Yeah, that
It's,
just hit me.
it's
way
even
over the
visually
fucking
reaching into
head.
the zone, so you know it's bad.
Reload it!
Oh, it's coming
He's
over.
on board.
Die!
Coming over. Say hello.
Watch out! Hot plasma!
That's beautiful. Not that it hit a lot of enemies, it's just it hit the one on the ceiling and then travelled down to kill the one on the floor.
Reloading!
Triangulation at 75%. Almost there.
Plasma!
Uh-oh. Big, smelly, manky man.
What?
Big, smelly, manky man dead.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something worse than a roly boy. They're not that big.
It's small.
No, they're not. But they're not that big.
Uplink triangulation completed. Remote control reestablished. Stand by.
So
Sending in
likely
fresh
to
fuel
so.
cells for the drop pod.
Got a lot of nitro.
Reloading!
Too much.
Job well done.
Is actually.
All play cards are accounted for.
Let's stick
Yay. All play cards accounted for, yay.
Fuel cells arrived. Connect them to
Oh,
the drop
can
pod
you
by
bring it
dragging
down?
out the
Yes.
cable.
Alright,
What's the
I'll
plasma?
do it. But only because I offered.
What?
But only because I'm more than willing to help.
It landed on top of me, it didn't do anything. I'm disappointed.
I ordered a resupply.
Why'd you wrist on?
Hang in there. Supplies are
Why'd I
on the
risk
way.
Tom?
Yeah.
There's our retardant. Going sizzler.
He's a handsome man.
He is like a 9.
You said it like it wasn't that great. It's,
Yes, that was the joke. And you're like a 7.
I got the glyphid Praetorian. Let's show them.
That's
the
a bit-
way.
Is your ego hurt? Or...
that, no, that's Shags.
or-
I could tell that was the actual truth.
I don't know the scale for anything really. You're a good-looking chap, but I think you know damn well you ain't no model.
Cells for charge sequence.
Yeah, models aren't 10s.
Or actor.
Getting more ammo.
Well, 10 man is like a Chris Hemsworth or a Chris Evans or a Chris Pratt. Any of them. That's like 10
All
man.
good things come to those who wait.
Chris Pratt.
Ripped
Chris
as
Pratt.
fuck,
No, no,
tall.
not Chris Pratt. Not Chris Pratt. No.
Chris Pratt is
He's not like
the,
them.
the
He's not
cute
like-
type of 10.
Yeah, no.
Chris Evans is like the good, handsome chisel guy.
I actually think Chris Evans is the
Chris
best looking of those
Hemsworth
three.
is like the
Chris
the rough
Pine is
guy.
better though.
I don't know Chris Pine. I've heard of him, but I don't know his
Well, he's got
face.
too many different looks actually.
Fuel
Stop
cells
it!
charging.
Oh, no.
Close to keep them operational. We're expecting an increase in hostiles.
Sentry gun ready to be built.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Arm. Sentry gun needs assembly. Die free.
All right, the hit shit's the fan.
Yeah, and then 9 is like, I don't know. Other actors probably. But like, ones that are attractive but not really known for it, I guess. So probably more realistically Chris Brown.
Fuel cells
Yeah.
at 50%.
No. Stop it.
Do you mean no? Do you not think Chris Pratt is attractive?
Not really, no.
You are dumb and gay. But
I'm
probably
definitely not
as
gay.
as
I'm
me,
definitely-
but-
Your history!
ridiculous. I think he's probably more attractive than the other two.
I think the guy. Fucking hell.
And yeah. So what, do you think you're more attractive than Chris Pratt?
Yeah.
Fuel cells at
You are wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, remind me never to turn my back on you.
Yes. But even then, and this might be insane, I know Chris Hemsworth is a 10, but he's not actually at the very top for me.
fuel cells fully charged.
Is that Cavill or someone else?
Hold your ground.
Henry Cavill, Henry Golding,
Goods out.
and Alan Rich. No, maybe not Alan Rich. Definitely Henry Golding.
Battery access spooling up.
Yeah.
What's that? You don't even know who that is.
No, I'm thinking more Henry Cavill. I think if his body wasn't as like godlike as it is, it'd probably be like a 9.
No, he looks great when he's slim
It
as
is
well.
that.
If he was fat, it might not be so favourable, but
Calculating orbital.
when he's not huge, he's still very handsome. But that's all of them. Chris Hemsworth would be like this. Is I think would be the same. But he's also very tall, so he's kind of always big. Whereas Henry Cavill's not like really. Henry Cavill's not tall.
Shocking, considering he looks like he would
Well,
be
he's like
tall.
6 foot or 6'1". He's 6 foot.
That's enough.
Yeah, but it's not like, you know, noticeably tall. It's a man.
Hard thrusters calibrated.
But no one's gonna belittle his height at that level.
No.
Except probably Tom. Tom definitely
Yeah, Tom would. Tom would somehow.
Tom would be like, haha, I'm taller than
Tom would
Henry Cavill."
somehow just, even though he likes Henry Cavill, as far as I know, he would still find a way to like,
With or without you.
you know, just be an arsehole.
Extraction commencing. Good work.
He always does.
Just because he's meeting someone for the first time, so he would just find a way to be as rude as possible.
Job done.
Someone's snacking.
Thomas.
That felt longer than 24 minutes.
Yeah, I feel old now. I felt young and spry going into it,
They didn't.
and now I feel old and withered, old and writhing. A writhing mass sprawled across the tattered grounds.
Yeah.
Put that in your book.
What was it? A writhing mass sprawled across the tattered grounds. I could.
That feels like it feels like good enough, right? But it feels like school level, I imagine,
Sure.
right?
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Like I think it's probably like,
Cleared warm up. Time to get to work, team.
I don't know. It's worse than what a writer would do, but it's not the thing on the floor moved or is on the floor.
Yeah.
It's like
Sure. Not that complicated.
No, that's why I said it's not right at level at all. It's like in the middle.
No. What I mean is that you description's overrated. It's actually more difficult to picture something if you just like describe it too much.
Using abstract terms that
Exactly.
much I've seen.
It's just because
Like,
it doesn't actually paint a clear picture. It's too much. Not because it doesn't actually accurately describe it. It's just too much input.
Yeah, like what's his name? H.P. Lovecraft. Apparently, he's a pretty bad victim of that. Like he describes his things in ways that doesn't picture anything. Like his rocks are like eldritch or whatever. All it is, rocks are like archaic. It's like, what picture is that? That's not a picture.
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever. Bag.
Oh, I'm Mr. Harry over here.
Shut up.
Mr. Harry, who's smelly.
I'm quite sweaty.
Smelly. Smell something.
Are you doing anything?
Something that
Coronation.
smells smelly.
You know there's coronations tomorrow, don't you?
What?
Of Charles.
Isn't there a
Charlie.
giant dick on there?
Yeah.
They're actually still doing it there.
Yeah.
They just like covered it up or something.
I don't. Oh right, I don't know. It reminded me of Tom though.
What? A
Do you
giant
remember-
dick?
Do you remember, do you remember when Tom drew the penis in the field?
No.
Shoots. Dragged his foot through the mud to draw the penis.
No.
At school.
I assume so, but I just don't remember it.
That's weird though, because it was memorable.
Not really,
No,
since I don't remember it.
that doesn't really apply to you.
Why?
You wouldn't
Why do
remember-
keep
you wouldn't
making
remember
up that I have a
9/11.
bad memory.
You do. You don't remember that. You don't remember.
Yeah, but I remember you, smelling. How about that?
Did I?
I don't know, probably
I
sometimes.
don't know. You don't remember. You don't know.
I remember. I don't know. I forgot.
Wow. Alright. That's enough.